Hello, I'm Langston and I'm back on my channel, Gymlandia. Child, ain't nobody in here today. It's given I'm finna get off because 9 people is crazy.
I'm here.
I'm here, Langston. I think we came on in during the intro.
Yeah. Oh no, you're
Hello.
good. I'm talking about the amount of people viewing this. Like,
Can you hear
It was
me?
a surprise live. I think more people come in when they realize we're here.
yeah, that's true. But obviously I couldn't go live tomorrow because I planned a trip tomorrow. But I thought
Mhm.
about just canceling the trip because it's not like that important. But I was like, let's just go do it. So I decided to move it to today.
I think that makes sense, and we can talk about important stuff.
We can hear you, Chico.
Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you.
okay. Okay, just make sure.
Okay, and Spazkaz wants to hear a commentary, so.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and say something. Like, I've really been struggling with the motivation to like edit stuff. Like, I do plan on coming out with one video today.
Mhm.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
hope for me. I plan on doing that yesterday, but yesterday, I don't even know. Like, yesterday, I went to bed at like 6 o'clock. I
Mm.
woke up at like 5 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I saw my mom call me everything. I was like, you know what? Fuck her. Like, I didn't even,
Oh
I
my
didn't even,
god.
I didn't even roll. I'm telling you, I saw her. I saw the phone, my iPad, everything ringing. I'm just like, well, that's how like I was yesterday. I can't believe I slept that long.
Oh yeah, no, that happens sometimes. Yeah, what happened to me, that was why I was late getting up was I was late getting on. I went to bed late and then I had to wake up early to do something. I said, oh, I'll just go like get home, and like when I got home, I was like, oh, I'll just like nap for an hour or two, and I would nap to sleep for like 4 hours.
Why
Damn.
all of us took naps today? Because I've been asleep for like 4 hours too.
So I don't usually take naps that long. My nap turned into a whole night's sleep.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah, because normally it's like, oh, I'll just like sleep for an hour or two and get up. But I think what happened was I had set a timer to wake myself up, so I didn't like. I just want like 30 more minutes, and I think I I like set the timer up, but I didn't set it. So
Yeah.
that was basically what happened.
For me, I'm good at only taking 10, 15, 30 minute naps. Like I don't sleep. So
Oh yeah.
I was finally healthy and survived my military fitness test. Like, because I've been broken for a long time, like with like all kind of different injuries and stuff like that. So that day I was finally healthy. Like I finally felt my best. I didn't have like any major pain or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it really helped me like get through and etc. I survived that. That was something that really helped me. But after that, like I just like collapsed in terms of like exhaustion. Like I was so tired.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, but I'm finna go. I'm planning a trip to another country Juneteenth week. So I'm kind of happy about that.
That's good. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what country, or is that something saved for late for the chat?
Well, I'm going to South Korea.
Oh yeah, you told us. Yeah, because you want
Hmm.
to see the DMZ.
Yes. So I'm going to Seoul. I'm gonna spend a week in Seoul, but I'm already scared because like South Korea is a lot harder than Japan.
How so?
Like Japan seems difficult. Like if you see like the train stations and stuff like that, because it's
Hmm.
like it's a lot more developed than America. But Japan
Hmm.
is very easy. Like it's very easy to get from point A to point B in Japan. Like Apple Maps, Google Maps, like everything works. Like there's nothing in Japan you can't like take a map to. Like if you like get on Google Maps or Apple Maps in Japan, it'll literally tell you which train to get on, what time that train comes on, everything, right?
Okay, so even though it seems complicated, it's actually really easy to figure out where you gotta go to
Yeah,
get
because it's
there.
like get on this train. This train is green. Get on this one. This one comes at 11:37. Then you will after that train, you're gonna take it to this stop. Get off that stop at
Mhm.
11:48 and take the train that's this one that's there that leaves at 11:51 that goes here. Like everything is like really broken down to you.
Okay, so like you can get anywhere and it'll tell you like the fastest and most efficient way to get there.
No, but the thing is, a lot of places in Korea don't pop up on Google Maps. Like I don't even know how to get from my hotel
Oh
to
no.
to the airport.
Oh, that's gonna
Like
be. That's,
it don't
yeah.
pop up on Google Maps.
Oh wow.
I'm at to download this app they only use in South Korea to get around because like I don't
Mhm.
even know, like, it don't even show like what's the closest train station to my house. Like, literally, I can take, like, I can Google how do I get to the Tokyo Tower, right? It'll
Mhm.
show me how to walk the closest train station to walk to, all the trains to get there, what time they come,
Mhm.
everything, and the ones that come if I missed that one, that all that kind of stuff. All
Mhm.
the different routes, the fastest, the most consistent, all those different routes. It shows you that in Japan. Like South Korea don't work like that.
Mhm.
So like it's a lot harder to figure out. And that's something I'm just kind of scared of because like I don't know.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna
Oh,
figure
so
it
you're
out.
worried about how you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, Nevermap. That's what I know. Yeah, I'm gonna use Nevermap when I go. Cause I have this other one. Let me see the one I just downloaded. What is this called? Keko Map. But SK, like, I don't know why South Korea is just so damn difficult. Like, that's something that pissed me off. Cause that's just weird to me that like Google Maps and Apple Maps just don't work in the country. Like that's just something I'm so used to it working in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be hard for me because I know I'm gonna end up using Google Maps without me even like thinking about it because I'm just so used to doing it,
Uh
and it's just not gonna fucking work. Like, can you imagine like getting on Apple Maps and it's just not working, Chico? Like,
huh. I'll be lost because I'm terrible at directions.
yeah,
I
like,
am absolutely terrible at directions. When I tell you I'm terrible, I would get lost. I was in Texas. Well, y'all know I was there at the national championships,
mm-hmm.
and I was getting lost on like the exits and stuff. It's crazy. I was so lost.
I hate Texas. Like
Me,
Texas. What I don't understand is I don't understand why Texas is so badly infrastructured. Like
it really is.
Georgia, Georgia is really bad, but the thing is, Georgia even makes more sense than Texas. I feel
Yeah,
like Atlanta's a lot more easy to figure out than like a lot of the cities in Texas and stuff. And I feel like there's no excuse for Texas to have the issues it has because Texas traffic isn't as bad as Atlanta's.
no, it's not. It's not at all.
But they be having all these issues in Texas. Like y'all don't even have like I don't understand. But yeah. But moving on, what do y'all want to talk about first when dealing with championships? Because I know I did not do day two for nationals. I just didn't have the energy. I could have. I
It's
really could have if
okay.
I wanted to, but I just don't give a fuck at this point. I'm just letting y'all know how I feel. Like I am gonna start trying because I real like I'm hurting my channel's numbers because like this is the prime of gymnastics and I'm not uploading anything.
Right.
So
Well, I just want to start with saying, I talked to Sky multiple times the weekend, and it was pretty nice. She's nice, and I think she just needed a confident boost. And I pray to God she stay on at trials. Okay, that's it. But she was nice. I talked to her day one of women's,
mhm.
because she was on vault and I was sitting right in front of vault, so I was talking to her from there. And then we was like the loudest people. Like when she did that song, we were the loudest
Aw.
people, and she was so happy. Like you could just tell she was just like in shock. And she was just so happy to just hear somebody screaming her name, because she really don't get the big spotlight like everybody else.
Mhm.
um so I think that helped her out a lot. And then after night one, I talked to her after the competition was over because she finished second. So she was like making her little victory lap around the arena. So you could tell that made her really excited. So I think that confidence helped her. And I was just like, you got this, just be confident, uh you got the skills, you just gotta stay consistent and stay on. Don't stress out too much. And she was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. You guys were so loud. And then I talked to her day two of men's because she sat right behind me. Her, Khalil Lincoln, Josh Roberts, Zoe Miller, Nola, and then Sunni, Kayla, and Sunni little sister was sitting on like across from us. That happened, and I spoke to all of the girls, and they spoke back. And then when I spoke to Sunni and Kayla, they spoke back too. And yeah, Kayla's just walking around like I'm that bitch. I'm gonna make the team. um,
Mhm.
yeah, so I don't know. Like y'all should have heard the arena. I know on the broadcast they just didn't really show it, but I think they showed Kelly Hill congratulating Sky. But the whole arena, like all the girls were coming up to her, everybody in the crowd, all the coaches was like, "Oh my God, you did so good on that charm!" Like they would just congratulate her, and so Simone just kind of like gave her like a dap and kept going. Like,
We gonna get on
right,
that. But let me say
right.
something that pisses me off just starting off. So number one, why is why like they need to stop having these competitions in Fort Worth because people in Fort Worth don't give a fuck about gymnastics.
Nobody was there. It was nobody there. It was more people at Classic. Granted, Gabby was at Classic, so I think that's why the numbers was up. But it was nobody at championships, and I'm pretty sure for Olympic trials, the seats are not going to be filled. They're
I
not going
do
to be
think
filled.
Olympic trials they're gonna turn up because that's Olympic trials is the gymnastic tradition. Like the Olympic trials is always packed. Like even going back
Hmm.
to like, so I do think Olympic trials will, and also I think that Hart people like people care more like on the East Coast. Like so, I think that if they actually held it in Dallas or Houston, I think it would have been better.
Hmm.
But Fort Worth is just a Fort Worth is literally a suburb of Dallas. Like why
Yeah,
would
it's
it?
nothing there.
I feel like what pisses me off is Allie there hasn't been a competition in Atlanta in gymnastics since the Atlanta Olympics. And that's like, I don't understand that because, like, at the Atlanta Olympics, they turned up for gymnastics. Y'all watched that event. Like, people, they sold that stadium out. So I don't know why they never decided to come back to Atlanta, considering the history that you know, USA Gymnastics started in Atlanta. Like, they've never held a competition in Atlanta since the Atlanta Olympics.
Yeah, I agree. That's really weird
You would think
that
they
they
would want to
wouldn't.
go
Yeah, they
back
wouldn't do
because
anything there.
yeah, but I know people in Atlanta would definitely turn up
Hmm.
to see like at least like Gabby, like you know, Simone, more so black gymnasts and stuff like that. They would really turn up
Hmm.
to see that. So I'm just like, I don't understand like why they don't like bring more events back to Atlanta. I think that would really like bring a lot of people into the sport as it did in 1996. So it's like if it worked then, why would it not work now?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. If anything, it'll work more now.
Yeah, because you know, gymnastics wasn't as diverse and stuff like that back then. So, but they haven't had a competition in Atlanta since the Atlanta Olympics.
Yeah, and you think they could at least do nats or try nationals or trials
I
there?
do think it would be hard because Atlanta does host a lot of stuff,
Hmm.
a lot of stuff. So it'd be very hard, like trying to like get like get like the time because it's always concerts. It's always, you know,
Hmm.
someone on tour in Atlanta. It's always, you know, the Falcons, the what is it? The Hawks, they're playing, right? So they probably want to
Hmm.
use the what is it? Isn't it State Farm Arena now? It used to be
Yeah,
Phillips.
they'll use State Farm Arena. That's the one they will use most
Because I
likely.
think Mercedes-Benz Stadium is too big.
Yeah.
But they used the Georgia Dome for the gymnastics back at that Georgia Dome's got torn down. They got torn down in like 2017, but they used the Georgia Dome for the gymnastics events at the Atlanta Olympics. And you see, they was packed out in that Georgia Dome. Like it were really packed out for that. And I'm just like, why would they not ever come back considering those circumstances? And I always, because I always thought one day like like you know that gymnastics would come back to Atlanta, especially like after the you know after that success, but it never has. And it's just like, when y'all gonna come back? Don't do Duluth. Like I said, stop with these suburbs. We need to host these events. Like you remember during the Olympic year, the American Cup was always in New York City. At what is it, Madison Square Garden?
Uh huh.
Like, stop with these liberty ass arenas. I know they might be cheap and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just worth it to really like get a good event.
But it wasn't worth it for them to do this arena because it was no one there. I moved around the whole entire concert. I mean the meet, and I had good seats, and I just moved around when I wanted to. That's how many open seats there were, and I was sitting in the front every time I would move around. It was crazy to see no one there, and it's Olympic year, so it should be packed. It was more people last year in San Jose than it was people there at this
Yeah,
nationals.
they do pretty good in California, for the most part.
Hmm.
But I think that, like I said, they should be trying to like hold it in LA itself, like hold it in San Francisco, like hold it in, you know, Seattle and like big cities. That's something they should be
Hmm.
like a big thing. Like that's something I remember like back in the day, USA Gymnastics was good with that. Like going to like big cities to hold their events.
I don't know why they love this Dickies Arena so much. They go there pretty often. I
I
don't know
think
why they
it's
love.
cheap. Like, who goes to Fort Worth?
You right. That's probably yeah.
So if
No
they're
one.
gonna go to Texas, they're either gonna go to Dallas or Houston. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, hold it in like hold it in the arena that the Dallas Mavericks play in, or the what is
Mhm.
it? The Houston what is it called? Their team? Rockets. Hold it in
Isn't
that.
those
Well, the
the
problem is,
The Astros?
No, the Astros, you can't hold no gymnastics in a baseball stadium.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, baseball's the one sport I
And I
know.
think an NFL stadium, except for maybe the Olympics, would just be too damn big.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Except for the Olympic trials was holding a football stadium last year. And that shit was still sold out.
Hmm.
You know, Olympic a football stadium seats like almost 100,000 people.
I think, and another thing, someone was there when we was at the concert. I mean, at the meet. Why I keep saying concert? God, I need to go to one. A lot of people's like the tickets are so expensive, it's ridiculous, and then people got to fly way out here to come sit in these seats, and that's why they didn't sell out a lot of seats because it's in the middle of nowhere. Then the tickets are super expensive.
But I think people would pay to see something they want. Like, gymnastics is really different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm telling people about, like, because I remember we got into an
Can
argument with
y'all hear
Javasio
me?
about, because, you know, we were telling Javasio, like, gymnastics
Oh
going to
no.
Jakarta, Indonesia. And he's like, oh, nobody's going to come see it. Like, I think they will come see it because something like that has never came to Indonesia
Hello.
before. We hear you.
Yeah, I hear you, Chico.
I don't know, he left, but I'm saying like nothing like that has ever came to Indonesia before or that region. I do want to say
Hmm.
Can y'all hear
Singapore
me?
hosted the yeah, we hear you. Singapore hosted
Okay.
the Youth Olympic Games like when
That's
Comova, right?
true. Right.
But you know, that's kind of it.
Yeah, you're right. They just Southeast Asia really hasn't gotten anything apart from that, and Singapore is the wealthiest, one of the
Yeah,
wealthiest
Singapore is
countries.
very, very rich.
Yeah.
But the other countries, only thing that might be an issue would be can people afford the tickets to go?
Mhm.
But I think so because
Mm.
you got to realize they still have a lot of wealthy elite people down there. So I think that
Yeah.
they will pack out to go see that event. Like
Yeah.
even in Japan, people in Japan don't give a fuck about gymnastics, but they still had good turnout at what is it, the Kitakushi World Championships and stuff. And
Oh wow, and that was with COVID and everything.
yeah, they also had good
Right.
turnout in 2011. So I
Yeah.
mean, like people will come to see something different like that, especially with like it's a world event. So I think they'll do really
Right.
good with like turnout in Indonesia um for the world championships.
Mhm.
So yeah. But they need to
I agree.
bring events back to, you know, I'm glad they're bringing the Olympics back to America with LA, but they need to start bringing world championships to America. Like, why not?
Yeah, like
That's
I
what
don't
I
know why.
wanted
Yeah, they
too.
could. Yeah, like you could write. I don't know if you can do anything like that, but I don't know. Since you're from Atlanta, if you wanted to like write a proposal for them to bid on whatever the next available world championships is.
Yeah. The problem is, like Chico knows, Atlanta's very busy, and that's the
Mhm.
only problem. Is like it's kind of hard. Like I think a world championships in Atlanta would be pretty difficult. Like for
Yeah.
only thing they would be able to do for Atlanta would be like if they could. Well, what is the world champion? The world championships is like in October, right?
Yeah, usually
Hmm.
end of October, beginning of November.
So
This year
that's
in
the
October.
NBA season has started by then, right?
Oh yeah, that would be tough.
So
Yeah.
it's like that's the only issue. It's like if something's gonna come to Atlanta, it's gonna have to be the whole damn Olympics, like where people know like years in advance. Because like Atlanta's very busy, so it's gonna be very hard to like
Yeah.
save out State Farms Arena for a whole week,
2 weeks for gymnastics.
2 weeks, because in those 2 weeks it's like 4 or 5 basketball games they're gonna miss. They're gonna miss hella. They're gonna miss hella
Right.
concerts of
Yeah.
like hella like mainstream celebrities and stuff like that. So with that, it's gonna be difficult to like, you know, assign it. But I think they can make it work.
Well, I think they should start with like you said, holding like classics or nationals there first before they try to go back to holding such a big event. Because worlds and the Olympics take up more time. It'll be like a
Right.
long period of
But the
time.
Olympics, Atlanta's already hosted the Olympics, and they tried to bid for the Olympics again, but they lost to LA.
Wow.
But because I mean, LA did host the Olympics longer than Atlanta did, so it makes sense. Because LA was 84, Atlanta was 96. So they try to wait some time before coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
but yeah. I think they should start hosting events in Chicago as well. Like, I don't think
Oh
Chicago hosts
yeah.
anything.
Well, that's the problem. That's one thing Justin Spencer mentioned. They always hold these events in these states that are not pro women rights. And they've been talking to Lily about this apparently. But mm,
I don't think that really care. I don't think that really affects gymnastics though. I don't understand why Texas. I think, like I said, if it was in Houston or Dallas, I think it would do better. But I do
uh-huh.
think that, like, I don't understand the excuse because Dallas isn't far from Fort Worth. So I don't understand why the turnout is so low at these events, even with Simone Biles and stuff like that.
Right.
But let's go ahead and clear Simone Biles
Oh, y'all don't piss me off.
because I'm gonna mention this. This is why I want to come up with my Ratchet podcast. It's just some shit I need to bring up about Simone Biles. It's just really pissing me the fuck off. Like, so let's start with her Taylor Swift floor music. Chico, black
I
people
don't
hate
like
Taylor
it.
Swift. Black people hate Taylor Swift more than anybody on planet Earth.
Well, let me
Like,
say this. I used to like Taylor Swift. I used to like her. I used to be a fan of Taylor Swift. I want to Swift it. Don't get it twisted. I want to Swift it. But I did used to like Taylor Swift. But you know what? I'm just so over her these days. Like the fact that they put her on this fucking pedestal compared to everybody else is ridiculous. Because she can't sing. She can't do nothing but tend to the masses of mediocre white women who think she can sing.
but the thing is,
Stupid.
like, black people hate this from Taylor Swift, baby. That's one thing. Like,
I can't stand her now.
so it's like when you know black people don't like you, why would you use a Taylor Swift music? Like, that's and the thing is, Taylor Swift fans used to attack Simone Biles a lot. I talked about that like during the
Hmm.
NFL season because like
Yeah, they
Simone
was
Biles
mad.
was like competing with her for coverage with like her relationship and stuff like that. So like people
Hmm.
were really comparing Simone Biles' relationship to Taylor Swift's relationship because they were both with NFL players, right? You know how the Swifties get when it come to black women, like how they get, right?
Hmm.
So they were really coming after Simone really, really badly at the end of last year. Like I remember that shit. And they
That's
were
crazy.
laughing when her husband embarrassed the fuck out of her. And that moves me to my next point is like what really pissed me off about her was when she went to go hug Sunni Lee and during that competition.
Y'all should have seen her run out of that stadium. Cause I sent a picture in the group chat when Sumi was on the floor when she was crying and stuff. She was right in front of me after she fell on vault. And Simone went outside the arena. That's what they didn't show. She went outside the arena behind Sumi. And I'm like, what? I said, is Sony crying? Did Simone just go after her? Because like all the WCC girls was on floor, and Simone was the last up on floor, so she had time. I'm assuming, and she went after Sony. And then when I found out all this extra stuff from listening to what happened, like on the broadcast and all this stuff, I'm like, oh, she was over there comforting Sony, but she didn't do that when Gabby fell.
No,
Like
let me say
what?
something though. And that's not just Gabby. She didn't do nothing when Connor McLean like tore her Achilles. Like
Right? She
she didn't do
stood there,
anything
turned
when
her
Sky
head.
Blakely falls all the
Right?
time. Like she doesn't do anything when Shilese has her mistakes. Like where were you when I just see you covering Shilese that she can't compete because she got shoulder issues, but here you are running after an Asian bitch.
Hmm.
Why
Yeah,
why
that
is
was my
that? Like
biggest
these are
issue.
very valid questions, and it pissed me the fuck off because you saw all these white people and these non-blacks gassing this shit the fuck up. And it's just like
Yeah,
this shit is fucking stupid.
I have
You
a
look
big
really
issue.
fucking stupid, Simone.
I
And
have a
I'm
big
glad
issue
you
with
you
that.
do see black people dragging her because it's just like, why are you running after a like when the fuck have you seen Sunni Lee? When did Sunni Lee run after her? I didn't see Sunni Lee run after her when she fucked up on her vault. I didn't see that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what looks stupid. And the thing is, I totally understand Simone Biles comforting Sunni Lee. That's not the problem. But when you
The
choose to
problem is she
comfort
don't do it to the black women that when they always need comfort or
it
need, because coming from Simone
exactly.
that'll mean a lot. Her congratulating Sky like she should have, like everybody else did, would have meant so much to Sky. And I mean, we
Exactly.
like
So
it's
that's the
just the
problem.
difference.
You don't do that to your own black counterparts who represent your image, but you do that to Asian bitches who would never do that for you. So that's the issue. So no, bitch. I comfort everybody, but I always comfort everybody. But you don't comfort your own, but you comfort Asian people. That looks fucking stupid. Because
Yes.
do you see Asian gymnasts doing that to black gymnasts? No, they make sure. What is it? Last month was Asian American and Pacific Islander History Month. So you saw Sunni Lee, all these Asian gymnasts grouped together to take pictures and support each other. Okay, so you don't see them doing that. Like they definitely were gonna congratulate everyone because that's what you should do as a good competitor. But they make sure to put themselves first, right? So
Hmm.
when you see Simone Biles liking negative ass comments about Sky Blakely,
That pissed me off after being in the arena and seeing her. And then she loved the fucking post that was talking about Sky got better than her. Just get over it, Simone. We know you got the better ball. Just be happy for her in that moment. Like, goddamn, the girl just did a change. Some your team, like some that nobody else is doing besides Jade. Like, come and Jocelyn botching hers. So please,
yeah, and I do want to say I do agree. I do think Sky Blakely was overscored on vault.
yeah,
I
it should
think
have
she
been
was
like a
hella
14-8.
overscored. I think her and Sunni were hella overscored on floor. Like I said, Sky Blakely would be lucky to break 13, and Sunni Lee shouldn't even break 13 on floor if they're being scored fairly. So my thing is, I don't like. I do agree. Like, were they overscored? But you don't have a problem with Kayla DiCello being overscored. You don't have a problem with Sunni Lee being overscored. But when it happens to a black gymnast, it's a problem.
Everybody was so pissed that Sky getting overscored, but Kayla DiCello literally,
Yeah, like
Sony made a 14 on her vault. Gabby got a 14 on her fucking vault at American Classic. That is ridiculous. There's
and not
no
only
way they
that,
could.
let me say something, Chico. Jade has outscored Simone on vault hella times before, and that's never been a problem. She didn't care
Hmm.
when Jade outscored her on her chain, but all of a sudden when Sky Blicky does, it's a problem. And it gives very much like I'm in competition with these other black gymnasts. That's what it gives. And like I
Hmm.
said, the self-esteem really shows to be low as fuck. If Simone would say anything good about Gabby or go hug Gabby, people would look at Simone being fake. So I understand that. No, they would actually congratulate Simone Biles for respecting the person who walked so she could run.
Exactly.
That's the biggest problem that black people have with Simone Biles. Is like, at the end of the day, doesn't matter what Simone Biles accomplished, she always came after Gabby.
And she don't support other black women at all.
No. So it's like, I don't see you run after Shilese and these other black gymnasts. Like, that's just not what I see.
Because
But
it's
here
not
you are
happening.
trying to
It's
kiss
not
up
happening.
to Sunni Lee and all these other gymnasts. Like, that is just, it looks stupid as fuck. It looks very stupid from the outside looking in. So I do want to say that no one's upset about her hugging Sunni Lee, but it's just like, why aren't you hugging black gymnasts to actually look like you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what looks stupid as
Right.
fuck to me.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. And someone in the chat was saying like, oh, like, I don't know, someone in the chat was commenting like, well, Simone is allowed to have Asian friends, and yeah, she is, and
I
I'm not
have
surprised.
Asian friends, but you think I don't have Asian friends and I live in Japan?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, I understand why she's close with Sunni. You know, they were on the
She's not
Tokyo
close
team.
with Sunni.
She's not even.
She's not even
No,
close
she's
with her.
not. She's not. When Simone, I have saw multiple interviews, and I've been there at trials last year, and they were
Mhm.
asking Simone questions about Sunni, and Simone deferred the question. She was like, "Well, Jordan is more Sunni age, and they're in college together, so I think they talk a little bit more." She don't even fuck with Sunni like that. She
I
Oh,
don't
literally
even
really?
said
think that
that.
Simone and Jordan are close. If their relationship just looks fake as fuck to me.
It is, and I feel like Jordan values the friendship more than Simone does, and she like was so supportive of Simone the whole competition. Like Jordan goes above and beyond to like prove that she's Simone's friend, where Simone give her the bare minimum, and I
You
don't
can
like that.
tell because you know how I know Simone Biles. You know how I know Simone isn't Jordan Child's friend? Because when Jordan Childs came out saying someone forced her to change her music, what Simone Biles
Simone
didn't say
didn't say a
anything.
word.
So you can't tell me that someone who's supposed to be for black women didn't have nothing to say when someone got bullied because of racial discrimination. Simone Biles got all this shit to say, but she didn't have nothing to say about that.
Exactly.
So,
Did
like I
not come
said,
back.
that told me everything I needed to know. So this is exactly what I was going to say. Do you think that, Nate said, do you think it has anything to do with Shiley Scott and other black gymnasts have always looked up to Gabby instead of her? That's exactly what it is. Like, I don't know one black gymnast has ever said Simone Biles is their inspiration. And to be fair, that's not Simone Biles' fault. The first black gymnast is always going to be the other black gymnast inspiration. Like, almost every black gymnast was originally inspired by Dominique Dawes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, everyone is our age or younger than us is going to be inspired by Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
So because Gabby came before Simone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Melanie J. Santos is inspired by Simone,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not an American gymnast.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know one black American gymnast that's ever said that Simone was their inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's like the newer ones now, like the younger ones coming up, like the the ones just starting or just like level eights and stuff like that. But all of the people that are coming to age, like the junior elites and the senior elite girls, like that age group, that's Gabby. Because Simone and Gabby are only a year apart, so they all looked up to Gabby.
Right. So it's just like with that, like I said this, I think Simone Biles is jealous of Gabby because of how people view her, right? Like, and I mean, I understand that because it's just like, it doesn't matter what Simone Biles achieves. Like, that's people don't understand. To black people, don't nobody care about Simone Biles' accomplishments. Like, they still see her as the same as Gabby in terms of a gymnast because Gabby
Mm-hmm.
came before her. It don't matter what president comes after Obama. Obama was always first. So that's how they're gonna see it. Okay, so like for Simone, there's nothing she could ever do to eclipse Gabby because Gabby came before her. Like, it don't matter
Mm-hmm.
how much better a black tennis player is than Serena Williams. Serena
Hmm.
Williams was first. So that's how they're gonna
Exactly.
see her. So with
Mm-hmm.
that, like that kind of negates Simone Biles' accomplishments. And Simone Biles has always thought, if I decide to be friends with all these other gymnasts, that's gonna negate how people see me. That's not true. Like, people don't like black women. They don't. They hate black women being in gymnastics, period. And it's not gonna change for you. Like, they're gonna hate you as well, right? And it's just like a lot of black people and some black women think that, oh, if I cater to certain groups of people, that's gonna change people's perception of me. No, they're still gonna think
Right.
that you're the same person. Like, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna use you until they throw your ass away. That's what they do.
Exactly. I
And
agree.
they've been doing this shit for years. Like, so I don't understand like why she thinks she's an exception, but it's like that's how they see you. And that's why black people don't like her. That's why black women don't like her. And you could tell Simone Biles has an issue with black women in general because she's always accusing black women of being jealous of her, attacking her, etc. Like, no, they're just trying to tell you what the fuck it is.
Right, and they're watching out for you. They trying to save you heartache and pain from that nothing ass man that you're with.
And the thing is, you think that black women, like a lot of the black women that warned her aren't single. A lot of them are married to men that actually provide for them, that actually do make more than them, that actually protect their relationship. Now, a lot of them are married to men, black women that are married to white men, black men, Asian men, married to all groups of men had a problem with your fucking relationship. It wasn't just single black women. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? But she has this myth that black women as a whole are jealous of her. Like, why would black women be jealous of another black woman that's succeeding when they always supported you? Why would someone who spent their whole existence fighting for you be jealous of you? They weren't jealous of you in Tokyo. Like, they weren't jealous of you when they were defending you against Taylor Swift supporters, but all of a sudden they're jealous of you now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one ever had a problem with your relationship until what your man said. We
Yeah,
all supported
exactly.
them. We were all really happy for her. We all reposted her. Black women were really inspired by her relationship until they realized exactly what it was. You think you're gonna shut people up for talking about your bum ass fuck nigga? Girl, this ain't North Korea, bitch. I can run my fucking mouth. This ain't Russia. You don't get to tell me what the fuck I gotta say. This is a free
Exactly.
country. If I feel like saying your husband's trash, I can say it whenever I feel like it. What you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
This is freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
You can't shut people up. Like, what you think you are, a dictator? Like, you can't shut people up. Like, people talked about Jesus.
It's true.
So it's like, girl, what you think this is? Like, ain't nobody gonna stop talking, especially black people. That's gonna make black people bully you even more because they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Niggas don't give a fuck about what you gotta say. They're gonna keep doing whatever you tell them not to, they gonna do just to spite you. So it's like, you think you don't really shut people up? Like, no one's gonna stop talking about your relationship. And every time you go on a black media outlet, you have more negative comments than positive ones. That's a problem. Ain't nobody happy for you. And it's really hard to root for her, because it, like, when you see these kind of circumstances, like that whole Sunni Lee situation, I was just over it. I was over it. Let me read these comments. In this world, they wouldn't know it all. I don't know. They don't like Simone. In all honesty, most people don't change their mind. So what Simone would do to people are gonna hate it. No, they don't have anything. Simone doesn't like Gabby due to her making fun of the beginning of the abuse, all the gymnasts, even though they retracted their post. No, Simone Biles hated Gabby way before that. Simone Biles was kicking with Maggie Nichols and Michaela Skinner when they were bullying Gabby Douglas, before Gabby Douglas even made that post. So that's not true.
I also want to add that
actually defended Maggie Nichols against Gabby Douglas about her spot on the Olympic team.
Mm-hmm. I also wanted to add, Gabby wasn't making fun of abuse victims in the post. What she said was still really wrong. I mean, it definitely came across as victim blaming.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like he's saying though, I think, or which they're saying, Gabby did obviously realize that what she had said came across really badly right away, which is why she retracted it and apologized.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think she was ever making fun of abuse victims or abuse.
And something that it's a lot of these pro-black women channels I watch, and like something that you see some black women do is like, they think that if I surround myself with mixed women, or if I surround myself with white women or Latino, I'm going to get those same benefits that they get, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just, you're not going to get the same benefits as Maggie Nichols, as Sunni Lee, and as Michaela Skinner, and et cetera. You don't get that access, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you see Simone Biles try to do, and you see that consistently fail. Because Michaela Skinner didn't have a problem. Michaela Skinner, man, ain't out here saying that she's not the prize relationship.
Nobody husband would do that to them, especially not on the scale that Simone is on. And the fact that he even think that, like, she's mad at people for going off on him for saying that, but you look stupid as hell.
But I disagree. I think a lot of people do that to black women. They just want to do that to other group of women.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I go just make it seem like it's just a Simone Biles thing. The reason why black women were reaching out to her personally was because they've been there before. Like, they know this shit. That's my beat with Simone Biles. It's like, how did your parents not prepare you for this? Like, did you not know about these kind of black men? Like, I think that most black women know this. Like, it's unfortunate, but I think black women know they can't trust black men as a collective. I think they know that, right? Like, they know that a lot of black men go after non-black women. Like, this is something that you just know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they don't mean it always works. Like, black women make horrible relationship choices, but regardless, like, they have an idea. And it's like Simone Biles should have known better before getting into relationships that that's going to end in the same fucking way. So friendship is not important at all. Being in a relationship, race should be more important. I don't agree with that. I never said friendships aren't important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't hug anyone regardless. That's not what black people are saying.
And she don't have to be friends with them to show support.
If I saw any gymnast fall, I'm going to go hug them, but you should. It's one thing to do that for everyone. It's another thing when you don't do that for your own, you do that for someone else.
Right.
Because Morgan Hurt don't do that. Like, Sunni Lee didn't do that. Like, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, like Jordan actually does support everybody. Chico was putting that out in the chat. But yeah, like, so like Jordan cheers on everybody. She's like, regardless of race, regardless of if she's friends with them or not.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of y'all keep sending gaslighting ass comments like this, I'm just gonna block you from my channel or stop responding to your comments. Because you know what the fuck us niggas are fucking saying. I'm tired of y'all non-blacks coming in black people's circle with y'all motherfucking opinions. Because like I said, I don't give a fuck about your perspective anyway. This is the pro nigga channel over here. Okay? So it's like, the shit I'm saying is something that you realize that me and Chico saying the same shit. So it's not like I have this fucking perspective. We all look at Simone Biles stupid as fuck, because I find it weird that you're going over here to take, like,
she went out of her way.
Non-black,
she went out of her way.
You're not doing that to girls that look like you. Okay? So that's how it is. Y'all put yourselves first. Y'all do. We saw, I don't forget last quiet when all these Asian just were popping up. Y'all would talk about the Asian invasion and stuff like that. When it was, remember when Sunni Lee and Gabby Perea and Emma Malabuyo and Work Audit were taking all them damn pictures together? You remember that, Allie?
Yeah, I remember. Well, that's what you said. Like they were supporting each other, which makes sense.
Exactly. So y'all do that, but when we do it, it's a fucking problem. And that's
Mhm.
another problem that we see in America is like people have a problem when black people get together. They don't have
Mhm.
a problem with Chinese.
They do have
They
a
don't have a
problem with
problem with
that.
Chinese restaurants and Mexican restaurants and you know Greek restaurants and all these other communities having their own stuff. When black people have their own stuff, it's a problem.
Mhm.
Because y'all have a problem with black-owned businesses. Why do y'all put black-owned business outside of stores? Why do black people make it known about black this, black that? Why do Chinese people have Chinese restaurants? Why is that? Why do
Mhm.
Mexicans have their own stuff? So y'all don't have a problem with that, but you have a problem when black people do it. Like I said, get the fuck out of here. Uh Sunni was kikiing when Simone Biles basically withdrew from Tokyo. I ain't gonna sit up here and say all that, but Sunny Lee definitely benefited from that, right?
Mhm.
But so did a lot of other gymnasts as well. So that's different. They were literally on the same team at that point.
Mhm.
I just struggled because Gabby was obviously struggling. No one came to her defense. So yeah. I do want to say Shilese, Sky Blakely, like they comforted Gabby, but you see how Shilese, Gabby, they all operate under this black
Mhm.
girl system, right? They know that. Like Shilese, Gabby, Sky Blakely, Kalia Lincoln, they stick together.
Yeah.
So they understand.
They really do. And then Charlize and Sky had the after Sky finished her day one. I think did she end on. I don't remember what she ended on. About she ended on about her. And Charlize had the bit like they talked for a long time. Like they were just over there talking, and you could tell they were just just having a good time talking. And Charlize probably giving her some encouraging words and things like that. Like she really like I don't know. I don't like Simone. I don't. She's a bitch.
At the end of the day, she still has to go home to her husband. Y'all don't. Okay? But your husband is a trash ass nigga, and people telling you that is what it is. She choose to go back home to him. Her husband, so everyone can say what they want to say about Simone, just not like Gabby. Simone doesn't have to do anything for anyone. You missing the whole fucking conversation. So stop. I'm gonna start reading your comments. Uh no, ooh. No other group of men gets off in embarrassing their female counterparts.
Hmm.
Exactly. No one else does this except black men, right? And that's something that people should just see. People were dragging the Simone Biles situation because we can. What you gonna do about it? No, they weren't dragging the situation. It's just like we notice this happens to black women all the time. Like, because black women are the only groups of women that get relationships with men that make less than them that have that are less than them on a scale. And it's something that white women and Asian women and Latino women don't do. So you have people sitting up here trying to call black women gold diggers, even though black women are the only group of women that consistently get women that make and earn less than them, right?
Woo, you
So
said something then. Ooh.
so with that, um, they're warning her because we've seen this happen to Kiki Palmer, like we've seen this happen to Mary J. Blige, we've seen this happen to Jill Scott, like we've seen this happen to hella black women and that successful black women that get with black men that earn less than them and it always falls through, right? Wendy Williams as well, right? So this happened. So them warning her is this is something that we see consistently. This isn't just Simone Biles. They also have a problem with Chloe Bailey. And I will at least say, damn, at least Simone Biles ain't no baby mama. I can say that, but you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, Halle Berry, who gonna end up paying alimony if this relationship falls through? Okay, so this is something that they warned her as a collective because it's something that specifically usually happens to black women, and it's frustrating. It's a cycle that people can continuously see, and they tried to warn Simone Biles about it because we know exactly what the fuck Jonathan Owens is. We know exactly what her relationship is. So, like, stop with this bullshit over here. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm. I can't hate Simone because as a black woman who lived and worked in white spaces, you see black women like her. It just makes me sad because deep down they have self-hate. Clearly self-hate. Clearly self-hate. Like very much hate your own blackness. And it's something that you even saw going back to 2016. Because like I said, black people always side eye Simone Biles. They grew to like her, but they grew to hate her even more. So Simone Biles wanted Zendaya to play her in a movie. And why would you want someone who doesn't look anything like you to play you in a movie?
First off, they couldn't afford Zendaya to play her in a movie. First off,
Yeah, but it's just like,
but
and
yeah,
someone that's a dark skinned black woman, why would you want a mixed light skinned woman to play you in a movie? So it's clear, it's almost like you want to look like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you, when you seen a white woman say, oh, I want an Asian woman to play me in a movie? Like, you're just not going to see that, right? Like, so it's just like, when you're not comfortable in your own image and you want someone else to portray yourself, it kind of shows everything. We didn't pin two black women against each other. Simone Biles pinned herself against Sky Blakely. The fuck are you talking about?
exactly. When she liked that post talking about Scott shouldn't have been overscored than her, da 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 da, instead of she didn't do that when nobody else
She
got
pinned
overscored.
herself against Gabby when she sat up here and attacked Gabby to defend Maggie Nichols. So what are you talking about? Don't fuck around and get blocked from my channel. How Simone Biles a national treasure when most people in America don't like Simone Biles because they think she a quitter? So again, this is what people were saying about you, and these are the people you're trying to appeal to. Because the same people who attack Simone Biles are the same ones defending her relationship. Okay? Yeah, no one's saying Simone Biles is the greatest gymnast of all time. How many times have I defended Simone Biles on this channel because this channel is for black women as a collective? But the truth is the truth. Y'all so quiet in here. I feel like I'm just talking.
You're not the only one talking.
No, no, I was just letting you talk. I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Well, moving
Also,
on
my
from
mom
Simone
keeps texting me,
bullshit.
and I can't figure out how to silence the alerts on my computer.
Well,
It's
moving
fine,
on
but
from
you can't tell your mom to stop texting. You know,
Right.
you can't do that. No matter how old you are, you can't do that.
well, I guess we can move on and come back to Simone, but
No, like we can keep talking about it because it's just like this some bullshit over here.
it really is. To see it in person is another thing. Y'all, I was pissed off. I was so pissed off because y'all know how I'm the biggest Sky fan. But ooh, Simone
Mhm.
just she's shady. She's so shady and she liking tweets and shit. But you didn't like
Mhm.
nothing about Sunni was hella overscored on day two. You didn't go liking the post about that.
No, about Kayla DeCello either.
And Kayla DeCello, oh Jesus, she
Mhm.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna do something to try to put this girl on this team.
She don't
I
want. She's like Simone Biles has an issue with other black gymnasts getting praise. Like she wants
recognition and praise,
she
yeah.
she gets like some kind of happiness off of being the token.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like what? So that's the issue. But my beef with Gabby is, and I've said it's like, yes, I hear that for Gabby, but I do feel like Gabby should have been better prepared for what she was up against.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I feel like for Simone Biles, I have even more smoke because it's like and I mean, this even goes back to 2013. Like you over here crying and shit about what Carlotta Polito said. Like, girl, what you thought was gonna happen when you decided to be a black gymnast?
Mhm.
This isn't shocking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when Carlita Polito said what she said, what's shocking about that? Like, who's surprised?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
saying
think I don't. I get the impression that Simone didn't grow up around as much racism as Gabby did, because obviously, at least not in gym, at least not anything that she noticed. Because maybe her family didn't. I don't know if her family didn't prepare her for that or what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know, like, because obviously, know Gabby had to leave one of her early gyms because she had to deal with a lot of racism. People there.
But let's talk about bent knees and kidney.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with Kayla DeCello. Please, let's start with her.
Yeah. So
Okay,
actually,
not she
sorry.
did okay. Night one, her vault was good. I give her a vault, but her vault was good. But Kayla on Beam, they really did it for me. They really did it for me on Beam.
I don't agree with this. She didn't grow up around because there was a time I grew up in a suburban white community. I didn't grow up like that. That's another lie that black men
Mhm.
like to say about black women, like to justify their colorism and anti-blackness. Because you'll hear black men talk about, oh, I like white women because I grew up in a predominantly white area, but black women grew up in those areas and they still like black men. So, like I said,
Mhm.
stop with that bullshit. And these hood niggas, like Jonathan Owens is a hood nigga, and he's still chasing after Karens. This ghetto ass nigga showed up to the competition with grills in his mouth.
Hmm.
Grills in your motherfucking mouth to a gymnastics competition. Like, really? And I'm not coming for people. This ain't the motherfucking BET Awards. Like, you get what I'm saying, Chico? Like
Right,
grills
you
in your
right.
mouth to a gymnastics competition. Like, Chico, like it's a time and place.
I saw him in person. I told y'all I walked right next to him, and I was trying to get. I was gonna go say something to him, but I said I'm not even giving him the satisfaction. I
When I
just
saw
couldn't
them,
even.
like when the camera showed them grills in that mouth, I was like, I stopped in the middle of the coverage, like I know you fucking lying.
Wait, is it a bad thing that he wore those, or?
It's
You
not. It's not. But because Simone got her little grill too. But
Mhm.
he wore a grill at a gymnastics competition. Ain't nobody wearing that. That just
that's
and it
just
might just be him. It might
that's
just be
some
him and what
hood
he want to
shit.
bring. But he doing that for attention. He knew what he was doing because he didn't wear no grill the last time he went to
Yeah,
a
he did. He wore
competition.
grills both competitions, I think.
Oh, did he? I didn't notice it. I just noticed it at this one.
The I don't see people that wear grills in their mouth except fucking drug dealers. Like who do you
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
Chico?
I'm not gonna say just drug dealers what grills in
I
their
don't
mouth.
know someone that wears grills and ain't ever been in jail.
Wait, but
Damn,
didn't
Lane. So
she
you need to
even
get
say
up. You need.
Chico, no,
Simone
bitch.
wears
You know
them
I'm from
though?
Atlanta. Who you know in grills? Who you know wear grills that just standing on fucking real shit in their life?
My uncle got a grill and he ain't never been in jail or convicted. So that's not a true statement. But it is more prone. It's more prone to people who like deal drugs and stuff too. Kind of have them to be flashy. But some people just like to be flashy and show off their money.
But grills, bitch, like that shit, that bruh, like get the fuck over here. Like I was just like, really? I remember everyone was just like, oh my god, like when they saw them grills, like what the hell?
And it could just be his fashion. So before
No,
y'all sit trying to
bitch.
see
You
it,
need to have a
he might.
time and place. A time and place for everything, bitch.
I'm not gonna agree with that because they say black people should have a time and place for everything, how they wear their hair and
Mhm.
everything else. I know it's a
No, that's
grill,
different.
but
That's something our hair is something we can't change. You choose to put grills in your motherfucking mouth.
fair enough.
Like, no, bitch. Like, that's there's some levels. Like, you can't have tattoos on your face.
Now that's a ooh. I don't like no tattoos on my face. Now that's some real hood shit there.
You know what
You
I'm
get
saying?
a
Like,
tattoo on your face,
it's just
that's
certain shit
straight
you can't
hood.
do. Like, if you show up to an interview with grills in your motherfucking mouth, you're not gonna get hired.
I will say a lot of companies and stuff have changed their tattoo policy.
With
That is
grills, what grills,
100%.
grills in your mouth and tattoos, no, bitch. That's no.
No, a lot of companies have. The hospitals have definitely changed their tattoo
I ain't
policy.
ever seen no doctor or no nurse that had grills in their mouth.
Well, I ain't saying grills. I'm saying tattoo policy has been changed. Yeah.
Chico, no.
And you must not know this new generation of these younger doctors and stuff. They doing what they want to do,
I know
and I
they
don't
let
blame
black
them.
men wear locks. Like I even think I know they let black men have like long hair and stuff like that now. But for the most part, I don't ever see like I ain't ever seen nobody come to no work to the job in no damn grills. And I feel like there's just certain things that's just professional, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between anti-blackness and professionalism. Like, I saw a lot of black women talking about that wearing bonnets to work. Like, bitch, you just why you you remember that debate, Chico? And Monique, I know a lot of people don't like Monique, but Monique was right. Like, you just certain things you just can't do. Like, just you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't see there's a difference. Like, no, 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 no. Not Patricia. It was Christmas for Brittany's.
but
Um,
but
Oh,
yeah,
it
Kayla
was.
was
Yeah, it was
black.
Christmas and her birthday and Hanukkah and everything
they
else.
want that mediocre
And
ass bitch on the
Kwanzaa, and it
team
was all
so
the
bad.
holidays.
Like Kayla really, they overscored Kayla so much. I can't. Like her beam score shouldn't even touch 13. They won
Mhm.
because that Georgia Tech fool. She,
Simone grew up around racism. She chose to ignore it to fit in with how some black people cope with it. Ooh. You can't tell me that you're friends with Michaela Skinner. You ain't ever seen racism, bitch.
Mhm.
When Michaela Skinner is steady coming out her mouth crazy about black women. Like, stop playing with me over here. Maggie Nichols, her whole argument on the team was fucking racism. Cause bitch, how? How you come in sixth place, beat someone by 2/10 with two falls after getting your ass beat by them at American Cup and in Just Low and think you deserve a place on the team over them? What's your argument on the team over Gabby?
Yeah,
What's your
she had
argument,
none.
Allie? You weren't top five either.
Yeah, exactly. Like at
to
least
have
with
an argument
yeah, at
when she
least with
lost.
Skinner and Reagan Smith, they were top five. But yeah, like what argument did Maggie Nichols have? Nothing.
That what was her fucking argument on the team?
Yeah. Like I
Kayla
said
literally.
before, if her argument was more like she felt like she didn't get any guidance or like I don't
But
know,
she
like
said Gabby robbed her.
yeah, exactly. That was what her argument
How?
was.
How did Gabby rob you, bitch?
Also, how did Gabby simultaneously rob three people for one spot?
Yes.
They never had a spot. That's why I don't know what them
Yeah,
girls
but I'm just saying,
don't
like,
did.
that's how you know what it is, bitch. Like, you know exactly what it is. Well, her dad got him a Panamanian, a Belizean, actually. Her mom is from Belize. But I want to say that that's just her OG passport, but I'm fucking yelling. I think so she's not too much on grills. Yeah, bitch. Like that's some ghetto ass shit over here. And listen, I'm from Atlanta, but it's just like it's certain shit that is just like I don't give a fuck if I see three niggas coming towards me in grills. I'm going the other way. I don't give a fuck. Like you could say, "Oh, bitch, you're no, bitch." That's just called being smart. Like I'm tired of for having context clues, bitch. If you see three niggas driving around in a motherfucking old car that come off the ground high as fuck, bitch. I think you a drug dealer. Like, stop playing with me, bitch. Like, you walk like a duck, you gonna get you gonna if you walk and quack like a duck, bitch, you a fucking duck. Like, just that's some ghetto ass shit to be bringing to a gymnastics competition. Okay, like there's just certain shit over here. I know y'all think, oh, Gymlandia is ratchet, like yeah, but I have some kind of professionalism over here. Okay, not too much on grills. Like, no, bitch, we gonna give grills all the smoke over here. All the smoke over here. Beyonce wear them all the time. Oh, Beyonce don't wear no. I ain't ever. I be barely be seeing Beyonce wearing them
Mhm.
diamond drug dealer ass grills. Stop playing with me over here.
Okay, but should we talk about Kayla's overscoring for a
We
second?
already know bent knees and kidney overscored.
Yes,
Mhm.
Alan.
My
Start it
beef
off, girl.
is why they ain't giving kidney the same amount of smoke that they giving bent knees.
I
Well,
don't think Sydney's as
Kayla
I
was
don't think
black.
she was as
Yeah,
overscored as Kayla, except
as
on that
14
Kayla.
vault.
14 on vault when Gabby got a 14 on vault.
Oh yeah, that was
Her ball it was not. It should have been like a 13-7, 13-8 at the
Didn't they give
yeah.
mamas? Didn't they give mamas a 14-9 on beam? And when I look at that, when I look at that bar routine, they had to not deduct a good 4 or 5 grip adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunni Lee and Kidney and bent knees take hella grip adjustments. Like,
Um,
and they're big as fuck. Like you can't see them because they move their whole motherfucking bicep across that damn bar. Like they're hella good. You know what I'm talking about, Allie. They're not small like other gymnasts where you can miss some of them.
Yeah. Like some of the gymnasts, the judges might let you get away with that, but yeah, that's I think one thing where I
Like
think Sunni
bitch.
really gives a lot away that she shouldn't need to. It's like gymnasts taking extra steps on beam. It's like why are you doing that?
But the good thing is I don't see where Kayla or Jordan Childs have a place on the team.
that's a good thing.
I wouldn't. I mean, for Jordan, no. But the thing,
Mm-hmm.
let me say this: I'm pro black over here. So me personally, I would not take Jordan Childs or Clea Lincoln to the Olympics over Jade.
Oh
I would
well,
never do
no.
that. But if they were picked over Jade Carey, I am going to defend them being on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's the difference between me. Like, would I have done that? No, but I'm not going to ever sit up here and justify a black woman not getting something.
How
Mm-hmm.
the fuck did Kayla? I just looked at the scores. I'm sorry, but I don't know how the fuck she got a 14-1 on beam on
No,
that
someone
event.
brought up a good point. How did Kelly DeCello get like a 12-7 or something like that with a fall and an empty swing deduction? That's a point and a half off.
That's true. Yeah.
She
So what
she
would she have
missed the
gotten if she hadn't
skill.
done
She
that? She
missed.
would have gotten like a 14 through 2.
Three, yeah,
Yeah,
like be so for real. And I told you they were pushing them hoes when they were featuring that commercial. Because I
they
messaged
really were pushing. They
no
really were pushing.
way. There's no way that Kalia Lincoln, I'm sorry, there's no way that Suni and Kayla will be featured in a USA Gymnastics commercial. Why? Both of them
And
didn't even
Sony
make the
make
world
more.
championship team last
I
year.
will say Sony make more sense because she the reigning all around
But
champion.
Suni Lee
But
don't nobody know
Kayla,
who the fuck she is, Chico. It's not like Gabby and Simone
I
Biles.
know that it doesn't matter that don't nobody know who she is. She's the reigning all around champion for gymnastics, so it makes sense to put
But
her
she
in the
didn't even make
commercial.
it to the training camp. Like we people understand is Gabby was not advertised for Rio until Gabby won a silver medal at World Championships that year.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it's
But that's
like,
because it was Gabby and she was a that. You know how they do. They
but
ain't even
Gabby was
believing
still
her
hella
comeback.
Gabby was way more marketable than Suni, even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Articles are still writing about Gabby. Ain't nobody wrote about Suni. So I'm saying like, yeah, I'm saying like people are still. So that's what I'm saying. Like Gabby was hella more marketable than Suni, and they were still not. You know what I'm saying? They were still didn't write about her. So you know what I'm saying? Like for
Mm-hmm.
that, like there's just certain shit you should operate. Like you're not gonna advertise no bitches not making a team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
They
I
only
mean,
just
I don't
started
I'm
think
just
they
saying I
should
advertising Jordan
push,
understand.
but
though.
I don't.
I
Yeah.
I'm just saying I understand what the advertising for Sony versus Kelly the Cello. It makes
Mm-hmm.
more sense for them to
Kayla
talk
is
about
not
that.
consistent. She adds nothing to the team. At this point,
Nothing.
Kayla gonna be lucky to even break a 13 on beam if she scored fairly. And I'm looking at Kayla's beamer team. The judges can really throw her up like a 12-7, a 12-8 if they want to. Allie,
They
you know I'm
gave
not
her
wrong.
a 14-1 with an 8-1 execution. That's fucking
Uh,
crazy.
You
yeah.
tell
What
me I'm wrong, Allie. Like they can throw that girl up like a 6 something E score.
Yeah, they could. I think they could go below a 6. They could go below a 7 without a fall.
Because remember how they did Jay in Tokyo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
They're
don't know
gonna
what
throw
they.
They're gonna throw Kayla a 6-9. They're gonna throw Suni a 7-8.
Mm-hmm.
Because people act like Suni Lee gonna get these good ass scores. Like Suni Lee gonna have to go off to get an AE score, in my
I
opinion.
mean, I
That
feel
is
like she
kind of
could get
how
an
it went in
8.
Tokyo. They were really strict on that beam, but yeah, I don't think
Hmm.
City's gonna go much higher than an 8.
Unless she like perfect, that's it. But
Mm-hmm.
I think she'll get a probably 8-0. That'd probably be her highest
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's
with
Kayla,
her skill.
Kayla can't. The thing is, this is why I think Jay should make the team like as a lock because it's like if you
Mhm.
take if you take Simone, you take Shilese, and you take Sky. Those are the three
Mhm.
all arounders. There's only four
Hmm.
spots up in qualifications, right?
Mhm.
So Simone, Shilese, and Sky take up three of the four on every event.
Yeah.
So that only leaves one spot on each event. So you take Sunni Lee, which I think you should do, because let me say why you should take Sunni Lee. Do I want Sunni Lee on the team? Fuck her. But personally, Jordan, Leanne, Sky, and Kayla will all score the same as Sunni Lee on bars, even with this downgraded routine anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why not take her hoping that she can upgrade on that bar routine? She gonna
Yeah, and
score the
she can
same as them
score, and she can
anyway.
score better than them on beam because she has a little more difficulty.
She probably can outscore them on beam up a fall.
Yeah.
So it's just like because Sunni and Sky don't have to worry about Gabby and Connor, I don't see a threat to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If Gabby and Connor were
Sky
still
is worth
around,
it for the vault. Sky is worth taking for the vault alone right now, and she is
yes,
still a good
because
backup.
the thing is, take the risk on Sky's chain, but you can't take the risk that she'll hit it. So that's what brings Jade in. Like Jade is consistent on her vault.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
on her
trust
floor.
Sky Blakely to hit her chain in qualifications or in team finals.
She haven't gave me anything to
But
question that she
all I'm
won't
saying
hit it.
is, Chico, I don't trust her to do so yet. So
She
my
has
point
never
is,
fumbled the ball on ball
I don't care,
until
Chico. I don't trust her. You don't fumble the ball on bars and beam. Who says you can't get a zero on ball?
I ain't got no reason to question it. I think she gonna do just
So my
fine.
point is, if you put up Sunni on bars and beam, that leaves a spot for vault and floor.
Yes.
So are you gonna really take a bent knees ass bitch like Kelly DeCello with a nasty ass DTY and her average floor routine to the Olympics? Like if they take Kelly to the Olympics, all she's gonna do in qualifications is gonna be vault and floor.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would you take Kelly DeCello for vault and floor?
Exactly. That's the math that I be mathing because
And
I be saying the
also
same thing.
for Jordan too, like Jordan makes more sense,
Mm-hmm.
but Jordan's floor maxes out at like a 14-1, maybe a 14-2.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a DTY. If I'm taking you to the Olympics for vault and floor, I'm not taking no DTY to the Olympics for vault.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
I don't understand why Jordan doesn't have a chain. She should like her and Leanne been doing Lopez this whole quiet. I don't
So it's just
understand why they
like
don't.
with that, if you take Jay, you can put up 3 chains in team finals. And Jay is
Mm-hmm.
gonna score a lot better internationally on vault and floor. They have
Mm-hmm.
like the thing is Chelsea's a judge. Like Chelsea, you should know what these girls should be scoring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
with
mean,
that,
Kate
it's just
always
like
does her best routines at the actual competition, which is what you want.
Uh-huh.
But I do think they lowball her domestically a lot, and I can't. Like, I've seen people try to argue, oh well, they know she's going to have artistry problems, like, but they're not lowballing Jocelyn, who's going to have artistry problems too.
Exactly. When you
exactly.
compare both of their day two performances on floor, I'm like, Jocelyn has terrible form in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Her form is terrible. Her landings were all about the same as Jade's. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell did they give Jade that score, but give Jocelyn what a 14 on floor?
Well,
Like it's
Jocelyn
not.
had more difficulty. And I do want to say, Chico, I do think Jocelyn, bitch, you can say what you said and get blocked from my channel, bitch, because I'm over you. You really pissing me the
Who
fuck
you talking
off.
about, Langston?
Patricia Terry, bitch, you getting blocked from my channel. You don't care, but
Um,
you still here. So
what
you
you saying
clearly do
about
care
Jocelyn?
because you have been watching for an hour now. Like, get the fuck,
Mm-hmm.
oh, get out of my space.
Now, what you was saying about Jocelyn?
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, that she had more difficulty than Jade.
Oh yeah.
That is true. She did.
yeah. So it's just like I think Jocelyn would have scored a 14 with that routine
Mm-hmm.
internationally. I would not take Kalia over Kayla. Kalia only has floor. I'm not taking someone for one event. And especially when that one event, I don't even think it might not be good enough to win a medal. Like, there's no assurance that Cleo Lincoln is, and Cleo Lincoln has never competed in a major international competition before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, like for Jade, like I'm telling you, I'm not gonna defend Jade over Jordan or Kelly Lincoln making a team. That's where my just like from a Marta Curly hearted ass perspective, I would take Jade. But I'm not gonna sit up here and defend no Karen over no black woman making a team. I'm not gonna sit up
Yeah.
here and do that. So
Yeah,
But
I think
Jade,
that Jordan has a decent argument right now to make the team. But you're right. If you're looking for a vault and floor spot, I think that Jade makes more sense because of the vault part of the equation.
yeah, because
Absolutely. So I'm talking
she's
about
gonna
as
bring
of
up
now. As of now, I would never take them over Jake. But if it happens, I'm not.
gonna
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I would even
I
take
think
Clea to. It's hard for Clea to even make the 2025 Worlds because she only has one event.
Hmm.
So it's just like
right.
there's only four gymnasts. So let's say Shilese and Sky are around.
Hmm.
Why would
Hmm.
you take Kalia over Jocelyn when Jocelyn can do vault and floor?
Mm.
Yeah, and she could potentially get a medal in 2025 if don't
Who's to
nobody
say
else.
Jade won't stick around? Like it's hard for
Right.
Cleveland to make any teams if you think about it.
Until
Mm.
she upgrades and get a little better at her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
What
gonna.
if
Yeah.
Gabby's up to par by next year? So the good thing for her is
Hmm.
the good thing is if Gabby, Sky, and Shilese are up to par in 2025, I do want to say I need to see proof from Gabby to justify that she's really serious about 2025. I don't believe that.
Hmm.
Like I said, I see it when I believe it. So, but if she is serious, right? Gabby, Shiley, Sky, that's they all kind of have similar strengths.
Yeah.
Hmm. They're only taking 3 next year, the Worlds, I
I thought
think.
it's
Wait,
four.
what?
It's always four.
No, in 2025, no. I think they're only taking 3 next year, which makes no sense. But I'm
Wait,
pretty sure
what?
that's what I read. Two, and let me make sure because I read that somewhere. Let me see,
Oh,
Worlds
wait,
2025.
were they changing the like a lot of spots overall or
Gabby said a lot of things. I gotta see it to believe it.
I think they changing a lot of spots because it was like something about either two people can do all around. I don't know if I saw that on Twitter, but it was before nationals when I did see it. Worlds.
Oh,
See,
that's really surprising. I wonder why they did that.
They usually take two gymnasts for all around and one for vault and
and
floor
two
and one for bars and
right, and
beam.
one
Yeah,
for
which
boys.
makes no
Right.
sense.
FIG.
So that's kind of the dilemma. But I do want to say that I don't think I don't think Sky Blakely is gonna beat Shilese.
Oh, well, no. Who said that?
A lot of people have been saying that. The thing is, they go from hate on a black woman to putting two black women against each other.
Exactly,
Mhm.
because they love saying Sunni gonna beat Charlize, and it's just not happening. No
No,
one is beating Charlize. Like that's the thing. If she would have competed, she would have been at probably a 58 both days.
I
And
do
I'm
Yeah,
want
not
to say
the
that
exactly.
I don't know because they some of the girls they were scoring strict. But I want to say that
Hmm.
Gabby, like the problem is for like Shilese, Sky Blakely's gonna score a lot worse on bars internationally.
yeah.
Sky Blakely is. I think if Sky Blakely goes lights out, they might give her like a 14-2, maybe a
Yeah,
14-3.
14-2 is probably
Yeah.
her
And
max international on bars.
Because they
yeah,
gave
and
her a
that
14
was her
166
max
twice.
last year with like with
Yeah,
with routines that were about the same as what she was doing
right.
at nationals. It's just
So the thing is,
yes,
the
we
vault
can
will
see
help her, but Shilese is gonna net more on bars than Sky's gonna net on vault.
it. Hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I would bet on Shilese hitting beam over Sky. And the thing is, even if Sky hits beam, I don't think she would net enough on Shilese to make a difference.
Hmm.
No, because even if Sky did the chain with lower steps out of it, it's only gonna be like a 14-5 maybe.
Hmm.
And to the people in the comments, ain't nobody pitting two black people against each other. We're just doing the math. But Charlie's gonna get over a whole point in her in bars, and then Beam they're gonna score within 3/10 if Sky hits. Charlie's still gonna be right behind her, scoring 14-1 on Beam. So and then Charlize get the upper hand on floor. So
If Shilese adds her low cells on beam, when Shilese end up getting that second beam spot, don't be shocked when she clears because them international judges don't fuck with Sunni Lee.
Hmm.
I
That's,
look,
especially
y'all
on
gonna
beam. Al, you tell me I'm wrong though.
I'm not. I mean, we saw the way they judged her in Tokyo. They were harsh. They were a lot harsher on her.
because she was getting
Like,
those scores at nationals in 2021. And when she
Hmm.
got to Tokyo, she didn't score as high. She was scoring it in 2021 at national
Yeah,
14-8.
yeah,
wasn't
she
her
Yeah.
was.
highest
She
Tokyo
got the
E
Olympics
score in 8-0?
14-2, 14-1. Like,
Yeah.
mama,
Yeah,
they
she
was giving mama some low ass scores at the Olympics. So I'm just like, and like I said, for Sunni Lee, it's a lot of shit you could just 10.
Hmm.
And
yeah,
this another thing
I
is
wouldn't be
a
surprised
lot of y'all
either.
want to step around like because the Asian bitch can swing her arm, she got artistry. They don't want to hear
they,
that.
they got a problem when Charlize swings her arms.
They do. So like, you think because the Asian bitch is out here swinging her arms, she artistic?
Allie, what
Yeah, I
did
think.
Charlize have like a 5'9" on beam? And once she add that single turn behind that L turn, that's one
Mhm.
tenth, and then add her low so that's 2/10. She'll be at what 6'3" on beam.
Yeah, she can get to like, she
Mhm.
can get to 6'4" if she adds both the low cells.
I
That's
don't know if
true.
she gonna add both. I don't know if she gonna add. If she want to go off, she might. But as long
Mhm.
as she add one,
And
I think
bean
she's
finals
gonna
need to
be
go
okay.
off because this bean finals, everyone hits. This bean final gonna be something serious.
Oh
I
yeah, it
told
is.
y'all this is the beam and bar
Like
quad.
we
Like
know
this
who
is
we
the
know who gonna win gold and silver, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But
mm-hmm,
Simone and Joe Yachin in some order, I
mm-hmm.
think.
but Chuchi you and Manila Esposito, like the second American girl, Reby, Flavia, like this shit, it's gonna be
They
it's
said somebody said
listen,
Summer Wavers.
Ali, what they gonna do is Sonny Weaver's come to turn up for her last
Yeah,
Olympics.
They said
exactly.
Summer.
If Sonny
They
can
said
put together like a 6'4", 6'5"
Cause
D score and get credit
Sonny
for
was
it, yeah.
close last year. Sonny wasn't even expecting herself to go off like that.
No,
let me
yeah.
tell y'all,
So
I saw on Twitter they said Summer got like a 6'6" on beam or something. She working on like a 6'6" or something on beam.
yeah, the one thing with her is I don't know if she's changing up that mount series because as it is, that's really difficult for her to get credit
So this
for.
is not true. Let me go ahead and like, I hate non-thinking Marta Crowley ass people. Uh, Jay doesn't make the team. It's her fault for not having a
No, it's
chain ball.
not.
She does have a chain. They're underscoring her chain.
Yeah.
They are underscoring her chain. They
Honestly, it's
are.
ridiculous for her because she gets no clear advantage. She's not getting a clear advantage because they're overscoring these other girls and underscoring her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jade, yeah, Jade's getting scored like she's in an international
But
meet.
not even still, because like Jade has done trash chains and still scored
That's
14
true.
sixes. So it's just like Jade has done trash box and still scored more than this before. So it's just like Jade, the thing is,
They
Jade
don't want
always
Jade.
scores a
I heard
14.
that they don't want Jade. They trying to push for her not to be on the team. That's what I heard.
Oh
Jade,
yeah,
And
I
Jade
think that that's
always
what's
scores a
happening. Yeah.
14-7, a 14-8 on her box.
Hmm.
Always. No matter like some of them can be bad and they still give her those scores.
mm-hmm.
So it's just like
Yeah, maybe that's unfair, but it works out for Team USA. So
exactly, like she always scores that. And I'm just looking at these bots like these bots are not no 14-3, no 14-5. Like, come on.
yeah, like and
And
Jade is, Jade is a good vaulter. She doesn't have I don't like her chung nearly as much as I like Simone's or Reeby's, but it's still a good vault.
And it's
And
consistent. So anyway, someone else is trying to join my live. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna let them into the live. We're gonna see what they have to say.
mhm.
but I
Hello.
do.
Your name is G. Not them Xing out. I hate people like
Oh,
that.
I will say like Jay, like, and then let's go back to our argument about why Jay should be on the team over anybody else, especially if you got Sunni going. Jade is going to bring home a vault medal. It's not a question about it.
yeah.
Who else is competing against
I
Simone
don't
and
think Sky
Ruby?
Blakely. I would not bet on Sky Blakely beating Jay on Vault.
Mhm.
Well, I don't. She's not going to beat Jay because Jay's going to have an Aminar, and I'm
But
not
even
trying
if
to take
they do
away.
DTYs, I would still bet on Jade. Especially on with all the
Yeah,
pressure, I still would. Like,
Mhm.
I
and the
mean,
thing
like you
is,
said, Jade is consistent. So you got to take somebody who's been getting medals at every Worlds and
Mhm.
Olympics they went to. Because Jade would have got a vault medal if she didn't trip. So that like she could have
Jade
petitioned
probably would
for
have won the
gold.
Vault gold.
Right, exactly. So they just need to take Jade along. Even if they saying her floor might not score good, it doesn't matter. She's
And
gonna
the
bring
thing
home a
is,
vault medal.
Chico, they talking about because Sky got this chain, it changes stuff. Like Sky is not
No,
consistent. That's what
the
I don't
thing
understand.
is,
Like, you can't trust how you mean to tell me you gonna trust Sky Blakely who's done a chain twice to hit that shit for in team finals? Like, come on, that's just stupid as fuck.
my
Yeah,
thing is,
Sky is
Sky.
gonna have to go off at trials, but I'm really hoping this is your. I
Allie, the
just
thing
want.
is, like, I
Yeah,
would take Sky's chain as a bonus. I wouldn't be taking it as
Right,
something to rely
right.
on.
What you
yeah,
just said is
exactly.
something to say. The thing is about Sky Chain, it didn't take away from Jade. It just upped Sky's stock. That's what it did.
Exactly.
Jade
Yeah.
still has her spot. Jade
Mhm.
has her spot, and if anything, this pushed Sky ahead of Kayla, Leanne, and Jordan.
Yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
difference. It's just like the Maggie Nichols and Michaela Skinner thing. Y'all don't have a spot.
So my thing
Jade
with Sky
already.
is I would take Sky because Sky has this chain and her beam, like literally Sky can fall on beam and score the same as Jordan, Leanne, and Kayla
And
Ingram.
Kayla,
Yeah.
which is
So why
true.
not take her?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's the one who has the super chat that's up. He meant to say Jordan. If Jordan doesn't make the team, it's her fault for not having a Chung.
Baby, I see no super chat.
Oh, not a super chat. Yeah, the one that's flashed up on the screen. Yeah, yeah, he's saying he meant to say Jordan, not
No,
Jade.
I agree. It is Jordan. I do feel like Jordan should have had a chain by now. She's been working on. She's been doing Lopez forever, and it really is her own fault. If she had a chain, she'll have more of an argument, and
Yeah.
she
But even if
doesn't.
she did
So
have a chain, I have a Marta Crowley ass mentality. I ain't forget about when you fucked up at the Olympics.
Mhm.
I ain't forget about
people,
Pan Am's. I ain't
people,
forget. I ain't forget
she
about
did fuck
World.
around at Pan Am's. I will say she fuck around and let Kayla beat her at Pan Am's, and that's crazy.
So
Cause
I
I
mean,
just
like
knew,
Flavia too.
Yeah.
right? Flavia and Jordan let Kayla beat them at Pan
Three
Am's. That they
chains
should
is
be.
a really good. If they take Sky, Jay, and Simone, they have three chains.
And they
And
start off real at a really high, and that's a great way to start off too. Like that'll make everybody feel really good. Like they'll start off
mm-hmm.
ahead.
Right. So that's what they should be trying to do, in my opinion. Like, why would
Mhm.
you take Kayla's double twisted Yurchenko over Jade's chain?
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, because Kayla, like even like her absolute best DTYs, because she had some good DTYs at nationals. I'm not going to deny that.
They ain't gonna give her
But
no
even
damn
her
14
best, but yeah,
4.
but even her best DTY is still going to get outscored by Jade's Chung.
Probably by a
Her best
good,
DTY
probably
gonna
by a
get
good five
outscored by
tenths, if that,
Shalice.
Allie.
I
It's
know,
gonna get
right?
out.
Because they were being they were
Because you gotta realize
underscoring Jade's Chung.
Kayla, Jade has bent knees and shit like that, but so does Kayla. But on
Yeah,
a DTY.
exactly.
So it's
Yeah,
just
Kayla has.
like, and it's like Kayla, I do want to say Kayla's floor is good, but it's
It is
not good
good for
enough
her.
to make no damn team.
It's
Yeah.
not good enough to medal. It's not medal potential.
So
And I'm a
I do think Kayla could have a chance at bronze on floor.
Hmm.
But like I
But
don't, it's
so
not,
could
it's like
Jordan.
but that's if
Kayla, like
Shalice don't outscore her
Kayla would beat Shiley's on floor.
internationally.
I think so. I like I said, I think Kayla will score a 14 on floor.
Hmm.
But I know Jay can score a lot more than a 14 on floor.
Because
Yeah.
of her difficulty alone. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what we need to realize. Like I think Jay maxes out at like a 14-6, 14-7 almost. Like I
Hmm.
think that Kayla maxed it like a 14, maybe a 14-1 on a good day.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Shiley would probably even outscore Kayla on vault. So it's just like
No, Shalice will outscore her on ball. She can go.
With Sky, with Shiley, there's nowhere to put Kayla up in qualifications
Yeah.
anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
So why
exactly.
would they take her? And that even goes for Jordan too. Like Jordan, where would they put Jordan up? And we saw this in 2022. Like Jordan was going off on floor just to still
Mhm.
barely out, not even outscoring Jade with less difficulty, scoring less sometimes.
Mhm.
So it's just like you see, like Jade's peak is the same. I mean, Jordan's peak is the same as Jade's downgraded routine.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, and that's like, and that sucks for Jordan because I think obviously she's a really good
But
gymnast. I
I
think
told you this, Al, like Jordan, if Jordan was going to make the team, she's going to have to be the third all around. She wasn't going to, Leanne too. She's
yeah, then
not going
that's
to make the
true. Yeah,
team. She can't make the team competing with Jade for vault and floor.
no, and she realistically she shouldn't.
No.
Yeah,
So it's just like there's no other option. Like who else can do vault and floor in qualifications?
exactly.
Because what would you like? What's your argument for taking Kayla? Where you gonna put Kayla up?
It's not an argument.
Mhm.
Because they're gonna put Simone and Shalice on beam and bars for all around. Sunni on beam and bars. Sky gonna go on beam because she can foul and still be a decent scorer in qualification. So it's
Yeah,
like Kayla really don't have a spot. Shalice double twist your Yurchenko form is better in the air, more height, more distance than Kayla. It's gonna score better internationally than Kayla. Not by much, but it'll score better. And then I don't know. Charlie's working on upgrades on floor two, even though they probably score
I would
came
use
in the
Kayla
final.
on floor in team finals, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And the thing is, like with that, so I heard Dumb Messy was telling let's put Kayla up on beam in team finals.
What the
Ooh,
fuck?
we're gonna get like a 12. That if they want Brazil to jump ahead, that'll be me.
The thing
Brazil
is,
will
what if
definitely
Kayla falls on beam?
Oh my god, she'll get like an 11 something.
Like an 11-4, 11-5.
Yeah. Oh, so Grant, yeah, our team is Simone, Shy, Sky, Suni, and Jade. That's what we think would be the best right now.
Yes. So the reason why is Simone, Shelly, Sky on all events.
Mm-hmm.
Put Sky on vault, Shiley's first, Sky second, Jade third, then Simone.
Yeah.
Bars I would fuck around and either put Sky up first or put Shiley's up first. I mean Simone up first. But
Yeah.
Sky, Simone, Suni, Shiley's.
Mm-hmm.
On beam, I'm not putting Sky Blakely first up on beam. I'm gonna put Shiley's up.
Charlize.
Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna put Sky, Suni, Simone.
Well,
Floor,
wait. In qualifications last year, they said Simone needed more time to tape, so I doubt she go last on beam because they do be
Mhm.
rushing them in qualification. So Simone
True.
actually might go before Sunni on beam,
Mm-hmm.
so that she can go and get taped up for floor.
Good point.
but floor, I would put Sky up first, then Suni, then Jade, then Simone.
No, you mean Charlize, not Sunni. Sunni not going on
Oh
floor.
yeah, Shiley's. I would never put Suni up on floor. That trash ass floor routine. I would hate. That's another thing is Sky's board floor routine is good. It's good enough to be a backup, but I would hate to have to use that in team
Put it
finals.
up, yeah.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to have to with this team because I would use Shy. I would. Oh, you meant Sky's floor routine.
No.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
team
Yeah.
finals,
I would. I want to use. I want to use Shiley's, Jade,
So
and
yeah,
Simone.
yeah.
yeah, of course. So, team
So
final, Charlize.
vault,
Yeah.
if Sky is consistent on her chain, I'm using Sky, Jade, Simone. Three,
Mhm.
we going
Mm-hmm.
lights out vault in team finals.
Yeah. Only
Mm-hmm.
I would. I would
What
just. I,
what what do
I
y'all
don't
think
want to
she'll
have
score?
Sky. Sorry, I did this before, but I don't want. I don't want Sky to have to lead anything
Lead
off.
off anything. That makes sense.
So you put Jade up first on vault in team
I
finals?
do. Yeah, just because Jade's gonna hit, that'll make Sky feel more confident, so she gets up,
Yeah.
That
and
makes
then
sense.
So
Simone
then I
finishes.
would put Sky up. I would put Sky up on bars, then put
Mhm.
up because Sky hit bars in team finals last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put Sky up, then Suni, then Shiley's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then on beam, I would not use Sky Blakely on beam in team finals.
Mhm.
Unless like I would so beam team finals would be Shiley, Suni, Simone.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then floor would be Shiley, Jade, Simone.
That
Yeah, that
makes
all makes
sense.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
But I
that's a
do want to say I wonder what Marta would have done in this situation because Marta would have blackballed Sky Blakely by now. So Sky would even be part of the conversation.
Mhm.
What would Marta have done? She ain't got nobody else to use. She would have to
But she
retract her
Sky, I don't think
words.
Sky would even still be able to compete.
Bitch.
Did you ever see? Did you
maybe
ever see Maddie Larson? Like, did you ever see them girls again? Like, no, Marta. When Marta got rid of you, you could never compete again.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
First
talking about,
off,
Allie? Like,
No, I do. Yeah, I don't know
so
what
it's
she
just
would
like I
have
don't know
done.
what Marta
Yeah.
would have done if she would. If
Marta would have been fucking
Marta would
pushing
have
these
forced
girls to
Gabby. I
have,
think Marta would have pushed Gabby some kind of way,
and Jordan would have had a change in the Eminem by
but
now.
I don't know
Marta
what
would have
Marta
been
would have
Really.
done
playing.
without Gabby and Connor and not having Sky.
Connor
Yeah.
would have still been competing. Her and Gabby both, hurt or not. She would have been like, "Oh no, you got to get up there and compete." She would have said she don't got
I
nobody on
think
Oh God,
Jordan
Jordan.
team.
I think Jordan
would
would have
she
been
have
blackballed too, though.
Well,
Jordan would have
Jordan would
been
have been
because
blackballed because she let Kayla beat her at
no,
Pan.
because Jordan went to
Mhm.
Jordan didn't even qualify for anything at the Olympics, and she also failed in team
Mm.
finals and in qualifications.
Mhm.
I think Marta would have blackballed Jordan at after the Olympics. She might have used her in 2021. I mean, in 2020
22. 22.
because she didn't have no other options. But once Marta got a chance to replace the hell, she would have dropped to like a bad habit.
Mhm.
Yeah, Connor and Gabby would have been
Marta would have
competing.
never hated Jade because Jade had won hella medals. That's a
Cause
lie.
Jay brought, she literally brings medals every time she goes somewhere. She
All
never
Marta
don't.
care about is medals. So Marta would love Jade because of medals. Not
Yeah.
this being my
Okay.
bestie, but let me go ahead and clear this hoe that's gonna come on the live right now.
Talking about me.
What's
Who?
I know
good,
you're not
Trinity?
talking about me.
I am talking about you because you was coming out your mouth crazy this week.
How?
When I was like, oh, she was like, I thought about that anyway, but continue. I was like, oh,
Because you was like, nah, all right, don't do this, Langston. You literally said, you know, I was responding to this in particular. You literally said, what'd you say? Um, Not I had to be the one to make this happen.
because I was like, why ain't they ever thought to go out to lunch and they both live in New
But it
York?
was a thought. It was a thought. Therefore, I was just letting you know
But
the
you would
thought.
never let that thought be public.
I feel like I didn't have to. I was gonna hit up Javasio. I was gonna hit up Javasio. That's just all I was
And
saying.
that
Which
help
I
might
was
have
actually
came
gonna
in
do because
September instead
which
of
I was
now,
actually
though.
gonna do that day because as I was walking to work that day, I was like, oh, I literally need to hit up Javasio because this would be so cool. He's literally in New York all the time. Like,
Mhm.
whatever, maybe we can make it a little lunch date somewhere outside my job, something cute. That's what I was thinking about. And then I get home that day and I see you coming for me. And I was like, no. What we're not gonna do is that. That's not what we're gonna do. But thank you still. And I still said thank you. So no,
Right.
don't do that. Don't do that. Hi everyone.
Hi, Trinity.
Oh,
Hi.
it's just Allie.
It's
No,
Allie and
Chico's here
Chico.
Hey,
too. Chico's here
hey,
too.
Hey
Kennedy.
Chico.
Yeah,
I'm
so
so
someone said
excited. Yeah, I like Fridays.
Marta would have said, would have wrap your ankle and get, yeah, Marta probably, that's my beef with Gabby is Marta ain't do that. And I'm not trying to be rude with Gabby. Gabby did not stop because of no damn ankle.
I agree. Go ahead.
I
You know
agree.
how many people ankles fucked up? Like everyone in the military got fucked up ankles because we gotta
Mhm.
wear them boots. Like, come on now. Like, I don't read
Simone's ankles are fucked up, I think.
who.
I think even Simone's
I
ankles are
think
kind of
everybody
fucked
got
up.
fucked up ankles. It's hard to
Yeah.
not have fucked up ankles as an
Yeah.
adult. Like, girl, that ain't no.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not enough. Like to stop you doing gymnastics. Like when you landed that double pike at American Classic, your ankles was fucked up. Stop playing with me. Like your ankles have been messed up since you started. Because if that's the double pike you did in competition, what were your double pikes like in the gym?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
gotta
mean, I
realize she
guess
trains in double
they.
pikes all the time. So it's like, girl, your ankles have been fucked up doing that
Yeah.
double pike. So it's
Mhm.
like you're not playing with me. Like if you did, I don't know why she quit, but Mama just decided to hang it up.
Mhm.
It had nothing to
Yeah,
do with.
I feel like we have to. I said this in the chat too. Like we have to acknowledge the era she came from and like kind of the pressures that she's probably putting on herself that none of us could ever possibly be privy to. That like would cause. I can see someone just like it could really be a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm saying. A mental injury that's occurring in terms of her confidence. I see people saying that in the chat, and like I kind of agree with that. Just in the sense where like she has to build a different type of mental stamina, whereas like you're still able to
Mhm.
um kind of play the show of gymnastics in a performance, right? Also play the show outside of the gym, like let's be honest, or outside of competitions, and still compete under that pressure. I feel like it's just a different world, and she's not used to it, and she didn't account for that necessarily. We know about her coaches. All have our opinions about her coaches,
I
and
agree, Trinity.
I'm sure they weren't helpful in guiding her through that. And I just think like this next quad, that's why we're gonna see. Even if she doesn't come out as strong as we expect, I expect her to come out strong. But even if she doesn't, like 2028, I'm excited to see what's to come. But I do feel like yeah, it was. It's this, if this was a different era, that one that wouldn't have happened. Two, if it did, it would be a whole different conversation. Miss Marta would
I
not
don't
be
agree
proud.
that I need to see proof Trinity that she's gonna compete next year
I
for me
agree.
to believe
I
it.
agree. That's why I'm saying if, and that I'm excited to see that if that's the case. But you're right. We don't know. A lot of us did think that she was going to championships, and she didn't. So
Well, me, Allie, and Chico, I didn't get to tell you Trinity, but I knew that Gabby wasn't going to championships like a couple of days after classics ended.
you
Mhm.
said that, but I didn't know what you was meaning when you said that.
But
So
I didn't have any proof to back it up.
right. That's
So
yeah.
the thing is, like, I heard from
Got
my
you.
source, I heard from another source in Woga she wasn't going to compete,
Got
Mhm.
you.
but
Got
I
you.
needed proof to like. I still didn't have the proof to back it up.
Right, to
I
back
didn't
it up,
I,
right,
I
to
didn't
go
believe
saying something
Gabby
like
would
that.
do something like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So then I had Javasio with his sources try to get more information, and his sources told me that Gabby was training in the daytime. I'm sorry, she was training at like weird hours,
Hmm.
like trying to get one-on-one time and stuff like that. And then she was
Mm.
really starting to train up again,
Hmm.
but she did quit going for nationals. So
Hmm.
I didn't have the complete facts to back it up, and we waited to
Gotcha.
see. But Allie and Chico had an idea before
Yeah,
nationals
like
came.
we knew that that might happen where she might have decided to pull out.
We knew kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped making content because I kind of went into like a mini depression a little bit.
No, we all did. I feel like we all did because
Yeah.
that was sad.
Especially me, I can't. When I finally get old enough to afford tickets and to travel, I can't see Gabby.
Right.
Eh, Never can see Gabby.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh, that is true. Marta would have said, "Gabby, you either come to championships this year or never come again."
Yeah. Yeah.
She definitely would have said
See,
that.
I
That's
don't know.
that's
I
exactly
do
what she
agree
would
with
have
you.
said.
I don't think Marta was good for a lot of people, but I think for Gabby, Marta worked for her.
Yeah.
And I think that I think Marta, like if Marta had been there, I don't think Gabby would have quit.
But I think Marta Gabby knew Marta would have did everything she could to put Gabby on the team anyway though.
Yeah, exactly. And Marta would have been would have been like involved in her training the whole
If Marta was in charge, Jay would be fucking around doing a DTY and a Lopez right
time.
now. Because
Yeah,
Jay wouldn't have to really worry about making the team because she knew Marta would pick her.
yeah,
Hmm.
So it's just like if Marta was in charge, the team would be Simone, Shilese, Jay, Gabby, Sunni.
hmm
If everything went to plan.
Yeah.
yeah. And then she'd have
Yeah.
some backups ready.
If
Yeah.
everything did not go to plan, if it was Sunni that went down, she would put up Connor. Maybe
Hmm
she would look into Leanna, Jordan, or even Kayla.
hmm
But
Connor
I
her
think
best bet, even though Connor bars won't hold up
because
like
she get another good
maybe the rest
beam.
of them. Yeah, because she put up a good beat. She would be the next
hmm
bet. Besides them. Yeah.
Yes. So Marta would have her substitutes, but Marta had her team like ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marta
Always.
knew that she was gonna take Michaela,
A year
Kylan,
out.
Gabby, Jordan, and Allie to London.
She just had
yes,
to make sure they was healthy enough and ready.
Shit, even they weren't healthy. Michaela said she had an injury.
That's what I'm saying. Ready
But she knew she
She
could bring
didn't
home a
care.
medal
and
on
healthy
vault.
enough is what I
Right.
said.
yeah. Michaela just needed to vault. That was all.
She didn't even really care about Michaela's vault and team because she already had Allie, Gabby, and Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All she cared about was just Michaela could win her a gold medal on vault.
Yeah, that's true. She didn't even really need Michaela to vault team final. Like it ended up helping, but that wasn't what it would. Yeah, you're right. That
Speaking of
was
me, speaking of me seeing Jordan and Kyla Ross, they were all sweaty and walking in for the rain because it had started raining for a little bit.
uh-huh.
They were nice.
She said, "I agree. Her confidence was broken. I feel like Gabby it seemed like she got her shit straight. I'm being 100% real, Trinity. Like, I don't know what was wrong, but
Well,
I don't
the
think it was.
problem, what was wrong is what Trinity said. She's in a different, like, she didn't do her best and she's so hard on herself. I think
I
that's
think
why she really pulled out
But to
because
be honest, though, Chico, a lot of gyms haven't done their best and they keep going. So it's like you can't
it's
prepare to do your.
different for Gabby. You know, she's on a high pedestal and she come from Mart era.
Okay,
that's
but
So
she
true
didn't
she
do
too.
her
And you
knows
got to
what
best.
think
she
about
can
The
do.
thing
the
is,
self-imposed
Trinity,
pressures as a
she didn't do
black
her
woman.
best in 2016. She didn't do her best 2015. Like there was a lot of competitions in 2012. She didn't do her best. Like so, it's
Yes,
just like,
but we also that's what I'm talking about though. That's also an era where like we're talking about Marta was pushing her to make that team. Like she was training Gabby to make the team regardless.
Right,
She said, I don't give a
right.
fuck about what the media is saying. You're making this team.
but
Point blank
Trinity,
period. I don't give a fuck how you feel. You're making this team. Point blank period. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in the media. You're making this team. Period. And that's she don't even have that same push from nobody
mm,
hmm
in USAG. So even that
Right. And
alone,
anything,
now
she
she's putting
faced
that
so
in them,
much. She faced
and
so
we're
much
talking
from
about a black
USG.
woman too. So like the self-imposed pressures that Black women face every day on themselves to live up to great expectations when you've not only done it once but twice.
Twice, right?
And you know
But
that
Trinity,
at the end,
I
if we're
blame
gonna if we're gonna
USAG
say it, if
too.
we're gonna say it, one of your rivals is at her top right now, and you want to come back and do your thing, like that's a lot of pressure. I can see
I
someone
agree.
thinking that they can do it, falling short a little bit and being crushed a little bit and being like, yeah, I'm going back to the drawing board. Like this is not how it's gonna do. This is
Yeah,
not
yeah, I
good
can
enough.
definitely see that.
This is
I
not
can
good
see
enough.
that, Trinity, but my point is she should have been prepared for that scenario. That's
I
all I'm saying.
agree. But my point is, let's
Once
acknowledge
you
the
in the
facts that are
scenario, it can be
different
different.
Trinity,
in the
Yeah.
I've
past.
always said that, but at the end of the day, it's like, to be fair though, Gabby's been dealing with this shit since 2012. She knew what she was up against.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is an excuse. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I can see that. I can see how it happens.
Yeah,
This is not
yeah, I can
it's
see
not
you. Yeah.
surprising. You know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's unfortunate, but it's not surprising. I would have prayed that if anyone Gabby this wouldn't happen to Gabby, but isn't it's not surprising. There's a lot of
Yeah.
no one would have I'm sure going into 2021, no one thought Simone was gonna to crack like she did. But these things are real life. She was under immense amount of pressure, probably more so from herself than anyone else. So I'm just acknowledging that as a fact. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
She still let us down, yes. Like, and we hope to see her again so that it doesn't feel like this is the end of her career. Because the point of her whole comeback was to not end on a bad note. And like right now, this is a bad
And
note.
the thing is, Trinity, if she actually, Gabby lied to us. Gabby told us that she came back to have fun. If she actually came back to have fun, this would never been a problem for her.
Right.
I
Exactly.
agree.
So
I
she didn't
agree.
come back to
At
have
every
fun.
competition,
So
that's
that's
the
not
one thing I
true.
kept
Cause
saying
like,
is Gabby, just smile and have fun, girl. She looks so stressed, like so
so if you
serious
actually back to
about it.
have fun, you don't give a fuck. Like you think Emma Malibu give a fuck if she
Right,
get cleared by somebody? Like,
right.
Mhm.
someone said this is the first time Jada's done collegiate during the Olympic year. I hope she doesn't bust. She ain't busting yet. They're just are they gonna try to lowball her? That's the big thing.
Yup.
If they don't announce Jada to that Olympic team, I am really gonna be baffled. But I do see it.
I don't.
But it's just like
Can't.
I don't.
I know. I
What are
know
they gonna
it's
do with
true.
Taylor Jello at the Olympics?
Nothing could
Same
Kelly
thing
Watch
they
her
tell
get
did
cleared.
with Grace McCallum. Nothing.
The thing is, Grace. There's a good reason that Grace made the team though. 2019, no, but 2021, Grace was fourth. You got to realize Tokyo was a four, only four gymnasts could go.
Yeah, they did have to
right.
use a new strategy, and I
Yes,
still would have taken
that's
Leanne
true.
over Grace because she could do
I
more on the
yes.
floor.
Same.
But still, like Grace had a good, like there's a really, it makes sense why Grace made the team.
I get that. I'm not saying
But
that
Kayla,
it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying in relation to like she'd be the closest thing to Grace McCallum.
yes.
Except
Yeah, I
worse.
agree.
Like she would just be the new Grace McCallum because she made Grace McCallum look like she deserved to make the team.
Yeah, Simone. I mean, Trinity, how do you feel about we talked about this before you came on. How do you feel about Simone going to go hug Kidney?
Okay, I don't know if you're gonna like this, Langston, but like, and I'm not part of the ABPP. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I feel for Sunni. That's all I'm saying. I feel for Sunni. So like,
Well, Trendy, I
I'm
don't
rooting
think
for.
he's saying that as in he don't feel for Sunni. It's the
No, no,
fact
no,
that
no, no.
Simone
I'm
went
just
ahead.
prefacing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not saying that either. I'm just prefacing my point.
Okay.
That's all. I'm not saying
Okay.
Yeah,
anyone is
yeah.
not saying that. I'm just
Let Trinity
prefacing my point.
say what she's gonna
Let
say.
me cook. Thank you. And I've talked to you, Langston, like in our first lives, and it was just me and you that one time. I talked to you about my sentimental value for Sunni, so I'm acknowledging that as well. I liked him. I like him. However, that does not negate the other things where it's like I watched the competition live stream, and there was one time Simone congratulated Sky Blakely, and I was on the all around podium.
Mhm.
And there was another time where Simone literally spoke over Sky to I think it was Kayla,
Yeah,
whichever came in fourth or fifth, to tell her the whole.
yeah,
I think it was Sunni to tell her the
it
whole
was Sunni.
to hold her thingy thing with the right hand. And then
Yeah,
Sky had to go and verify with Sunni that that's what they was doing, so she wouldn't look stupid because this girl's
that's
smart.
exactly what happened. That's
And
exactly what
I
happened
I
at
clocked
the
it. I
competition.
clocked it. I clocked that shit real hard. And it's just like I want to love Simone, but girl, that just makes me feel as a black woman, just as a black woman, right? I'm not talking about nothing. And as a black woman who looks up to this woman, who has looked up to this woman since I was 16 years old, like
I ain't ever looked up to. I did look up to Simone Biles in 2018, but I did not like Simone Biles again in 2016.
well, here's the thing. I wasn't privy to the tea. I was young. I was young at 16. Okay, I went to boarding school with the whites, so it was like that was very much just. I was in a bubble. Like let's just be real. And then I went to college with pretty much predominantly white institutions, but I was another bubble. So if we're being real, this last couple years I've been out of school. Like this is when I'm finding out new information and it's painting a clearer picture. And it's just like that's why I be saying
Trendy,
like.
I forgot that happened, and that definitely happened during the podium. She literally reached over to talk to student. That was during the
Like
bar. The bar,
I
yeah.
said, ain't no goddamn way in motherfucking hell I'm watching this happen on TV right now. I swear to God. I
Ugh.
was so baffled. And that's when
What
I
Trendy?
knew that this is some BS. And like it's all a publicity stunt. And I get it. I get it.
I want
Like
to
I'm
say
not saying you have
publicity
to
is just
talk to
like,
every
how does it look from a black perspective, like that you're over here kissing up to Asian woman over your own?
this is the publicity stunt in it. Because she's understanding that her audience is way greater than just black Americans.
That's not true though, Trinity, because these white people won't
No, but
ever.
it can be. It can be. She's the greatest gymnast in the world. Are you crazy? How's like
But Trinity, these same white people betrayed her though as soon as she went down on one
it
She
stage.
don't
doesn't
care
matter? But
about
these are the
that.
same
She don't care
people that
about
are
that.
getting her sponsorships and getting her paid.
They're not
Like this,
reliable. Then of the day,
like
Trinity, Simone as well as Gabby will only ever be popular amongst black people. White people will always bandwagon them, but they're never gonna root for them as a collective. And that
no,
goes for
no, that's
every
not what I'm
black
saying. That's
athlete.
not what I'm saying though. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Simone's um privilege and being a the best, and I'm not saying that this privilege wasn't earned, right? She
Hmm.
has worked her way
Right.
up to being considered the GOAT. But
Yes.
black people did not make her the GOAT. Do you see what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
She
her
just
presence
was. Yeah.
in the world is what made her a GOAT. Her ability to dominate also made her a GOAT. But if 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 the white people didn't want to get behind, if USAG as an American corporation did not want to get behind Simone, best believe she would be pulling these numbers and not be considered the GOAT, bro.
But that was Marta
But she's
Caroli that did that though.
marketable. But it's because Marta's smart. She's marketable. She gave USAG a gift that they've been riding on for the last 10 years.
But I'm saying that
Mm.
Trinity, what I'm saying is though, like, and like I think Chico knows what I'm trying to say. Like, so Simone
No, I
does
get what
not.
you're saying. What you're saying is
Simone don't
true.
have nothing. Like this goes for every black person. You don't really have nothing. You don't have black people support because
I
it will come a
agree.
day when the white people will turn against her like they did in Tokyo. They
No,
will jump.
I agree. I understand what Trendy's trying to say too. Like that's she's gonna always cater to them people because
That's
you
all
know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying. Like that's the, she's just gonna
Which
always
makes
cater
it
to the narrative. Yeah.
which is why we witness these things, and that does not everything you say still is valid in all
Still,
of that.
yeah. Hmm.
I
Still,
don't think
and
that. I don't think the Sunni thing has anything to do with publicity. I think it has to do with anti-blackness and self-hate. I don't
But
think it has
what do
no,
you
anything.
think?
she,
But how does
I
that?
agree.
But how does that not? How can that not directly relate to publicity? Because publicity is just marketing. If you want to market anti-blackness, how better to do it than subtly through
Yeah. Yeah.
something that
I hear what
impresses
Trinity's.
young little girls. You know what I'm
Cause you know
saying?
they
It's just
ran
like
But
the
Trinity,
NBC ran with
Sunni
that
Lee is
story.
in.
NBC
But
ran with
Trinity,
it.
Sunni Lee is an insignificant person. So how can you market someone that's
She
no one
is
ever
on the
heard
significant
of?
back
too.
end, or
Not
for all we know, on the
yeah.
back end, this could be a way that I'm not saying this is law. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like these could be the different things. Because for all we know, this could be publicity for Sunni to gain
Simone
more
Biles is
attention.
only known like in Japan, for example. Japanese people know Simone Biles is a popular Black American gymnast. So, like I said, they always associate her being Black first. So I'm saying
Right,
yes,
because
she's
it's marketable.
international, but like Gabby, they're popular because of, what people don't realize is people pay attention to what Black people do. They do because they
A
spy on our
thousand
culture and
percent.
stuff like that. So because Black people make Gabby and Simone Biles popular, people pay attention to them. But if Black media outlets stop talking about Gabby and Simone, then these other outlets will have nothing to report on. They don't give a fuck about Simone. They just care because we care about her.
I don't know if that's true because
I
I
don't
think
think
like
That's
I
that's
kind
not.
of
true
get what
I
you're
don't
anymore.
agree with that.
saying though.
I don't
I
agree with
think
that.
that's
Like
how it
I think
started. I
people,
think Gab, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Simone has surpassed that for sure, for
I
sure.
mean,
And
I
that's kind of
agree,
the
but
point
I'm
I'm
just saying that,
making.
like, my point is they made
If
these
it
movies
wasn't for
like
our support, there could be no Simone. Yes, yes, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But she has surpassed that point in her career now.
I
That's why
agree, but
she's
I
able
mean,
to
like,
do these things, cross these boundaries, and like be
And
like, you know what
no
I'm
one
saying?
cares
Like,
about her doing male vaults. So that's what I'm saying. Like, most Americans don't give a fuck about her doing. Like, no one knows that she has all these bio skills. They just know she's a good gymnast. So that's not true to the average American. They know her name, but we're the ones that obsess over that. So I think we're thinking about this from a gym to that perspective, but from an actual marketing perspective, that's what she's known
but
as. And that's what
I
she.
I
think
mean
she's
that's
not
sorry.
saying like
wait,
marketing for being black. It's the marketing, and it probably wasn't intentional like marketing. But you know, NBC even ran with that story. Oh my God, Simone went and hugged Sunni and comforted her, and da 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 da. It was like they ran with that story of her
I
comforting
didn't see
her.
no story because I don't ever see stories about Sunni Lee. Period. So I did not see that.
no, I definitely saw that.
I,
I definitely
Yeah.
saw
I
that.
started on a gym today. I didn't see no major media outlet write about that though. If you do, can you send it to me? Because I don't ever see major media outlets write about Sunny Lee
I
as
saw
a
it on
top
Instagram
headline.
and
Oh yeah,
Twitter.
I saw it on Instagram, but I'm talking about like I didn't see CNN or the New York Times or a major ass article write about it.
Nope.
but it wasn't
No.
an intentional marketing. She was just
That's
saying like, look how Simone move, and because
right.
she not gonna come for the black girl because she's not gonna do that at all. We saw that. We saw that in
We know,
person.
and
We
we
saw
know
that.
Simone has an agent. She said her agent told her to use Taylor Swift for music because it'll be good. Like
And
that's a
that's
very
exactly what
clear
she said.
example.
That's
That is the
exactly what she
clearest
said.
example.
But black people hate Taylor Swift, Trinity.
Right.
That's proving my point. That's literally my point. She's not doing this for black people.
But Trinity,
She never have.
My point is you should never just do something for a collective group. But my
But
point
that's what
is
Simone does. She does that to cater to her audience, the people that she's seeking approval from. That's who she catered to.
okay, but NB Sports and Olympic Channel covered the event. I'm talking about an article that does not do that. Like when Gabby withdrew from the
No, that's true. There's no
competition,
article. I haven't seen no article.
like
You're right
when
about
Gabby
that.
withdrew from the competition, everyone wrote about it. Al, you know what I'm talking about. That's not the
You and
same.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
and you know
yeah.
Simone got jealous about that. She definitely probably was jealous. They writing about Gabby and not me, and I'm
They were
speaking
writing
because that's
about
what she
both of
said.
them. The only ones that get written about are Gabby and Simone.
That's
Okay.
true as
Wait,
well.
Trinity. Sorry, Trinity. Can I ask a really simple question? Because I think this is what you're saying.
Hmm.
Are you saying basically like white people write Simone's check, so that's why she's catering to them?
Yeah, in a way,
But
she's
Essentially,
saying that.
essentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
Essentially, I don't think
that's
that,
what I
that
thought you were saying.
so the
Yeah.
thing is,
essentially.
the marketing comes from us. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you,
Mhm.
Trinity. If black
I
people did
get
not
that. I'm
care
not
about,
saying that's not
like I'm saying, if
true.
black people did not care about Gabby and someone, they wouldn't be making this shit because white people ain't
No,
gonna
I
sit up here.
agree with that.
Listen,
Listen, I
white
was
people ain't
never
gonna sit up here and
disagreeing
watch
with
something
that.
about Simone Biles. They don't even give a fuck about her. So the only reason they do watch it is because they hear us talk about it in our fucking
I
business.
agree. That's why
So I'm just saying that
I
that's
said
my
make her.
point.
That's what I'm saying. But
These
that does not.
Trinity,
She does not.
these
All I'm
nodders
saying
are
that she does not
temporary
see that.
supporters.
Say that again.
These nodders are temporary.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying it's clear what is happening, which is that
hmm
she's catering to a particular type of people, and it, as a result, you can see because the black people feel some sort of way,
and if all honesty, she should have ran behind Gabby, and when Gabby fell,
and
and
that's what I'm
that's the big
saying. And I'm not
issue.
saying she
Mhm.
should have, but that would have been so much more nicer to see as a black woman. You see what
Yes.
I'm saying? But no one's thinking about
But
that.
I also would have made a lot more money because people actually care about Gabby and Simone.
Yeah,
So that,
that's
Right,
true.
right.
so
And
I'm
we
just
want
saying,
to see
like, that
them.
would have been a lot. Like, actually, New York Times would have actually wrote about that. New York
Yeah,
Times
they
is
Yeah,
never
would
going to
have.
That's
write
my
about New York Times
point.
doesn't write about Sunni because no one cares about Sunni Lee. Why would you write it? Why would you waste your time typing for someone no one's going to read about?
But that's my point. Like that's literally my point. Like in terms of what I'm saying about why Simone did that.
Mhm.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
No, I don't, Trinity. I think that Simone Biles is just like we talked about. Simone Biles is anti-black, and like
That's
I
what I'm
said,
saying.
but I'm talking about Trinity. Like when you don't like yourself, you just do that just because. I don't think she was thinking about marketing. That's just how she is.
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I don't
I
think
don't
she
think
was like,
Simone
I'm gonna
Biles even
strategically
thought
go
about
over there.
Trinity.
I
I
think
don't
she
think Simone
strategically
even thought about. Okay, so maybe for that instance, but I'm talking about when her looking over Sky Blake, like her liking negative tweets about Sky Blake, like Simone Biles just
Yeah.
has a problem with black
that's what
women,
I'm saying.
Trinity.
I'm
Mhm.
that's what we're saying the same thing. Like all I'm saying is that I'm not saying she was strategically like I'm going over to Sunni
Right,
because I know it'll look better than me going over to Sky, but I know she intentionally did not go over to Sky.
right.
This is Gymlandia's channel, bitch. So you can stop watching. You have a problem with us being fucking messy. Us telling the truth isn't messy. Go on any black media outlet and see what they got to say about Simone Biles. Like, read the comments. All I'm doing is repeating it.
And
And I
Trinity, I'm so
still love
glad
her
you
as a
brought that
gymnast.
up.
Like that doesn't
I'm
take away from
so
how I love her as a gymnast, but like
right,
we're gonna
right.
call a spade a spade. That's
Yeah.
just
And you
that.
getting dragged in the shit, and you getting dragged in the lipstick out. You getting dragged on what is it? Every media outlet you can think of because they all write about Simone and Gabby. You getting dragged on every single last one. Bye, bitch. Get blocked.
I'm screaming.
Oh wait. Oh, who got blocked?
This person, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like, bye. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
what is Simone
It's
Biles?
not
Simone
they
Biles
sitting
reached
there going
over
off about
Sky to
being.
talk to Suni and
Yeah, and
Kayla.
that's not okay.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
And
Really
I
forgot about
saw that
that
with my
thing.
own eyes, like, and
Mhm.
that broke my heart, man, because I really am a Simone Biles fan. It was just like, dang, if it was me up there, I was getting talked over. Like,
But Trinity, she did that after Sky. I was telling them earlier today when Sky did her chain. Everybody in the arena, like all the girls, all the coaches would congratulate her, and Simone just gave her like a nod. And was like, yeah, and just
Mhm.
kept it moving. Like, but you like in
I wonder
tweets
what
talking
that's
about Sky
about,
Chain.
bro, because
Yeah.
that's crazy. Now we know what it's
But
about. Let me not. Let me not. We
right,
know
Mhm.
what it's about.
But
Yeah.
right.
Trinity,
So.
she said she felt like black women are jealous of her,
Mm.
and then black women are her enemies. Like, these are shit that she likes on Twitter. Like, we can
I
see your
hate that.
likes.
I hate that she even feels that way. I really do. Like,
Mhm.
what you?
I mean,
No,
Raphael,
I don't hate it. I just know exactly what she stands for. Like I
no,
said,
for real. But that still hurts. It just hurts to always hear, especially because you have to understand. For me, like for I I knew Gabby as a gymnast, but I found gymnastics with Simone. So like for me, and like you know how it's Gabby for you. I
mhm.
remember that moment, but it was Simone for me as just a kid. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Just learning to dream big. So it's like when you have that image of someone and then
But
like
I thought that you only knew about Simone Biles through Gabby.
hold on. Say that again?
I thought you only knew about Simone Biles through Gabby.
No, I was at school in 2016 and I watched Simone on the screen.
Cause
Like everyone
I
was
don't know
watching
anyone that ever
everyone,
knew.
but
Everyone I know
everyone
who
was
knows
watching.
Simone
No, hold on, listen,
Biles.
listen, listen, listen,
What?
listen, because everyone was watching the Olympics because of Gabby. But when I saw Simone Biles, I was like, like it was just one of those moments for me. Like that was the first time I actually really watched a gymnastics
Right.
competition for real, like
Mhm.
and recalled what I was watching consciously. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember
I
being
get what
12
you're
and I
saying.
wasn't sitting like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is interesting. It was just on.
Mhm.
It was
Right.
just on,
Right.
as opposed to like me sitting like, oh shit, this shit is cool. Oh shit, she's doing a what? Like, what's that
Mhm.
called? Oh shit, what? And then to see Gabby do bars, like, oh yeah, that bitch is crazy. Like Gabby was crazy. Like that's what sparked my interest. But it was Simone had won the whole thing, so that was what drilled it
Mhm.
in my mind for me as a young kid. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying to see that experience, have that experience, and then to now be an older adult and like still feel like I have that joy, but then keep getting hit with the reality of the facts. That shit hurts. That
Right.
shit hurts. That's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
I
a
see
morning,
that.
and it's crazy because I can't even feel no way because I really don't know this lady in real life. But
Mhm.
little me, she cried a little bit. She cried a
I
little bit
didn't like
watching that.
Simone anyway. I mean, I started side eyeing Simone when she was hugging on Allie. Because why you hugging on Allie who robbed Gabby? Like, that's how, you know what I'm saying? I always, even going back then, I guess, and Chico knows this, Black people never liked Simone Biles. They grew to like her after like 2018, 2019 because of like, she seemed to change a lot in 2016. But 2016, she just, you could just tell she just wasn't for us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and you could just tell like that, you could just tell that. And then when she started making all them comments about I wasn't there to play her in her movie and shit like that, you just knew you just knew she was living in a delusional ass world. You just knew that. You didn't have to know anything about her. My mom knew that about her. Everyone I knew that about her. So Gabby seems so much more authentic. She looks more
I agree, and that's
she you know what I'm
the
saying? So
joy.
they represented, they were able to identify with her a lot more, right?
Mhm.
So obviously, I was a fan of Simone Biles, have been a fan of Simone Biles. Even to this day, I like Simone Biles, but we can call a thing a thing.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
looking at. Sorry, I just saw something. Raphael was saying that he thought it was more like Simone being competitive and stuff, and not liking that Sky outscored her. But like, she didn't get mad when Sunni outscored her on Beam tonight.
Exactly.
Or well,
That's some
maybe she did, but she didn't get. But she didn't. But she didn't.
address her
She wasn't
publicly.
being public about it.
And you're talking about I
Exactly.
missed the diva attitude. Okay, that's a white women issue. Black women don't get called divas; they get called angry black women. So they
Mhm.
Or
don't ever,
Right.
bitches.
or hoes, nappy
She's
headed
such a
hoes at that.
bitch.
So they don't get that luxury of being a diva.
Right.
Mhm.
Gabby was never seen as a diva when she switched gyms. She's difficult to work with. So
And they
blacks are never
she
gonna
looks
get
Exactly.
that
mad all the
luxury.
time. They
Mhm.
always compare.
So
That's what I'm saying. They always
that's some
compare
bullshit
Simone
over
to
here
her.
anyway.
Mhm.
It just gave Simone. Simone was the one willing to be the acceptable black girl. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, and
But
that's what
she's
that
not
And
was the
acceptable
Gabby
though,
was
Trinity,
willing
because
to be like, I'm
because
dead ass from Virginia. Do not fuck with
non-blacks
me.
don't like her.
Say that again.
Non-blacks don't like her.
They like her for the moment. They like
Like her for the
what she
moment, but
Right.
said.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's how.
you
That's
know
how.
how many non-blacks I don't have to clear for saying Simone Biles is a quitter and anti-American and stuff like that. Like,
But even just in her, it could even just be in her everyday life. You know. I guess that's more so what I'm referring to,
mm. Like I said,
such
Simone
as her
side
white
eye. That's all I
gymnast.
can say. Side eye. Like I say, one day she gonna learn. It's just gonna be too late. It's just gonna be too late. That is true. She did not have no smoke when Sunni Lee outscored her.
Something sound crazy.
And it was about more than what Sky scored her. I scored her by 0 point. I mean, yeah, 0.05. Soon scored her. I scored her by 110.
Mm.
But no smoke for that.
With that nasty ass Steingruber
Uh,
and that trash. And then what is it? Don't even get me started on some of Sunni skills on beam. Like,
I will say her dismount improved from classic. That's for sure.
she goes to nothing as dismount as an American gymnast, so that's not really an improvement. Like, you can't even do a double salto or a 2.5 twists as an American gymnast. Like, get the fuck out of here. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. So, what else y'all want to talk about?
Well, who do we not talk about? We talked about bent knees. We talked about Soon. Oh, let's talk about
Kidney.
Charlotte. Let's walk around here like how Charlize know is confident she making this team and that USAG extra believe in her for once. And let's go with that story.
I
My
feel like
thing
there's
is,
nothing
I'm
not to
afraid.
believe in.
What if Charlize has mistakes and they really don't want to? That's the thing is, how do you know they're going to take them to the Olympics?
They will still take her if she had one day of mistakes. If she made a mistake one day.
I like I said, I got to see it to believe it at this point.
Well, I don't think she's gonna make a mistake. I think
I
Charlize
don't
have
think
been
so either,
solid.
but I really think they would take Kayla over Charlize to the Olympics.
Oh, they wouldn't dare.
no,
They
no, I don't
wouldn't
think so.
dare.
I don't think
I
so.
They
don't think
wouldn't
so. I
dare.
think they would put Kayla on a team if Shiley was weak. If Shiley was weak,
Yeah.
Like if
Like
they
if
fall
like
short
if
up to
Charlize
par, but
was
I
too
don't think
injured
she's
to
getting
compete.
swapped
Yeah.
out for Kayla DiCello.
Right.
But it's
No,
like, why do
Charlize.
they want this mediocre, nothing ass bitch on the team?
I don't know.
And
Kelly
it's like,
Hill. They want Kelly Hill to go out with a bang. Kayla's her last gymnast. They want her to go out with a bang. They respect Kelly Hill because she's on these committees. She's been working with them for so long and da da da. They want her to go out with a
Kelly
bang.
Hill ain't cooked nothing good in 20 years.
And Kayla her next big thing.
When was the last time Kelly Hill had a good gymnast before, like Allie?
I don't know. Did Kelly Hill coach Dominique Dawes?
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, I don't know if
And she
has she had
also
anyone since?
she coached Elise Ray, but Elise Ray didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So she ain't cooked nothing in almost 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I ain't coming for Dominique, but Dominique ain't really do nothing in 2000. She made the team. She helped a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't do nothing in 2000. So her last big success was 1996. That was 28 years ago.
Yeah.
They want Kayla to replace Jade, but on what? That nasty ass Yurchenko. And even with Kayla being overscored, she was still third. If Charlize would have competed, she
Yeah.
would have been fourth. Like,
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
and let me say something. Kayla, it don't matter if Kayla got more difficulty than Leanne. Leanne Walk should still be clearing Kayla because of execution.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Leanne,
They
I don't
not.
know.
They
I'm
don't
hoping
want
for a
Leanne on
better
this team.
performance.
They don't. They don't
Leanne
want
don't want
Leanne.
herself on the team. She go.
Say that again.
Leanne don't want herself on the team. Shit.
I'm so sad. I was
I
so
do think
worried.
I will say Florida. I feel like Florida messed Leanne up, and I
No,
really
Leanne just ain't turning up. Like, Leanne is improved. I do want to say Leanne should have cleared Kayla DiCello on beam in terms of a score.
yeah.
Yes.
So I want to say Leanne should be scoring the same as Kayla on bars. She should be a little bit outscoring her on vault, beating her by a good bit on beam. Not a good bit, but like a couple tenths.
Yeah.
And on floor, they
Yeah.
about the same.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Leanne is better than Kayla. Even with Kayla being
I
over,
agree.
like,
I
Leanne,
agree.
when Kayla DiCello goes to international stage, they're going to throw mamas like a 55.3.
They
Yeah,
might
and
help
that's what
Leanne a
they've
little bit.
done.
That's
Yeah,
what
like
they
okay,
did.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
like,
we were
people to
talking.
realize Kayla only scored a 55.7 in 2021. And that's before she had all the building deductions in her beam routine and before when the vault was 0.4 higher.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
factor in
was
that.
that for qualification where she
Yes.
because she fell in because I know she fell in the all
But
around
Allie, that's
final.
when vault you got 4 more tenths for vault.
Yes, exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
just like you had a 55.7 then. Your beam has really disintegrated with the switch half and that bum ass attempt to switch
Yeah.
full. Right? If you watch Kayla's beam routine, Kayla went off on beam. She literally hit every skill. She stuck the dismount in
Yeah.
qualifications, and she still got a 7.9 E score without them building deductions.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And when she did fall in when she fell in the all around final, she got a 54.566 and 55.7 with her best. And that was in Kita Kyushu. And like you said, she was automatically scoring 4 tenths higher just because of vault.
So you bring that down to now she had a 55.3, which is what I've been scoring her at, right? Let's not even
Yeah.
talk about often building deductions. And yes, she had less difficulty on beam, but she had way better execution back then.
Yeah.
And even when she had good execution, they were still giving mamas a 7.9 with the routine of her life.
Yeah.
They did dismounted us. What they finna throw mamas up now? A 6.9, a 7.1. Like, so it's just like, let's be so for real.
Yeah, and when she had like a decent like competition, all hit routines at the Pan American Games during the all around, and she only got a 54.699.
And that's with that bum ass Pan American scoring. So
Exactly.
in Antwerp, that would have been a low 54.
Yeah. And again, I'm looking at her scores from the team final. Let me just add them up real quick, but just trying to figure out what they gave her. But yeah.
Like, we've seen her get scored. Mamas is not all that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she got same score. She got a 54.565. Granted, that was with a really, really bad beam dismount. That I thought they overscored her beam because her dismount, like, she almost fell on and stuff. And
But I don't think, did she have the switch half and the switch full in?
I think she had a switch half. She did not have the switch full. She did.
'Cause
She,
both-
did, she did not. She did not attempt that tour jeté half.
Trinity,
Which is
they gonna fuck around
terrible.
and give Kayla a 7-something with taking the switch half connection and taking the front arrow connection. Mama gonna have
Oh
like
my god.
Yeah. Well, we saw though, because like Flip Fly Tumble did the evaluated her beam routine from day
I
one
thought
at
it was Reagan
nationals.
Smith
And
Gymnastics.
I didn't see what Reagan Smith Gymnastics
Reagan
did, but
Smith,
yeah, but
I didn't see Flip Fly Tumble.
I
oh,
saw Reagan.
I shared
I
it.
saw
No,
Reagan Smith.
yeah, she didn't do a video. She did her. She said the max execution score she would have given Kayla DiCello's routine for day one of nationals, the beam, was 7.3. That was her max.
Yeah,
She said she could have been harsher.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm looking at Kayla, because I remember I gave her a 7-1.
Yeah,
I think that beam routine was better, but I can see, like I said, when I'm looking at her beam, I really can see where you can get the 6'8", 6'9". And you can start taking away some of them, like I said, that switch half to that back handspring. No, bitch, I'm not crediting. Like I can't credit that. And the front aerial to the, I saw Reagan, so she didn't credit the front aerial to the split jump, and I agree.
yeah, and I saw and I think they could downgrade that tour jeté half because I don't think she gets a full twist out of that because she gets like 3/4.
She does.
Oh yeah, they never credit that. They never give her the torture tape.
Yeah.
So,
and Coach Brony,
but
exactly,
I didn't know you could take. I thought 3/10 was the max you could take for body shape. I didn't think you could take 5/10 for body shape.
I think if it's really bad, you can.
So yeah, the 5/10 body shape with the 3/10 bobble, man.
Yeah, and 1/10 for lack of precision.
Yes, that's Mama already off 9/10.
Yeah, like that was brutal, but I think it was fair because that skill just looks awful when she does it.
The switch half is 3/10.
Yeah.
The double wolf turn is a 10th for balance and body shape.
Yeah.
The back handspring is 3 to 5/10. You could either take 3/10 for flex feet or take them off with flex feet and bent knees. So now we up to 6/10 just with that. We already up to like 2 points. We not even halfway through the routine.
Yeah, I don't know how her back handsprings are so bad, but they are.
Yeah. Deloso.
I mean, I'll say this: I couldn't do a back handspring on beam, but they're elite gymnasts. So.
Yeah, like man.
I mean, and this is the thing. Like, I tell people this. Like, yes, obviously, they're all like every single elite gymnast is way better at gymnastics than the average person. But like you're comparing them. You're trying to decide who's gonna win.
Exactly,
so, like,
bitch. You ain't comparing the okay. You know what, bitch? Let me see you get tackled by a 300-pound linebacker and see if you get your ass up and keep running with that damn ball, bitch. Let me see you do that. So I'm tired of people. Oh, you can't do it. Okay, well you can't do football either, but you still talk your shit if someone fumble the ball. So I'm gonna talk my shit, bitch. I don't give a fuck if I can't throw a ball right. If a quarterback throw an interception and someone get a pick six, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. Like,
yeah.
Like if you miss a field goal, I don't give a fuck if you are in the. I don't give a fuck if I can't kick a field goal.
You got one fucking job. Kick the ball.
Yeah, bitch. Can you kick that ball without that damn press? All the people yelling in the arena. Can you do that? No, but you still gonna talk your shit. Like if someone is 6'3", just like 220, all muscle, punch you dead in your motherfucking jaw, are you gonna not fall to your knees in a boxing ring? Or are you gonna keep fighting? Like, so it's like, but if someone just falls to the ground, you gonna get like, what is it? You gonna sit up here like, damn, this weak ass motherfucker just really got knocked out. Like you gonna talk your shit. You gonna laugh if someone got knocked out. But could you withstand that? No. So it's just like, I hate this. Oh, you can't do it. Well, neither can you. And it's never that when it's black women though, because you can't do what Gabby do, but you still talk your shit.
Yeah. And like, and the other thing too is you're trying to pick the gymnast who's the best on every event. Kind of the all around of the team final. So like, yeah, like Kayla's not competing against me. She's competing against people who can do a full twisting double duck dismount off the beam. So
Kayla is a nothing ass gymnast, and I'll be the one. Like Kayla is one of the least talented gymnasts I've ever seen. I said, like, and I've been saying that. Like Kayla, like
she's consistent mostly.
When she failed,
Not
didn't she fall
even.
twice at nationals and failed twice at
That's why I
gymnastics?
said mostly.
Mama ain't
But
even consistent.
she fell twice in Kita Kyushu.
Like I said, Kayla, name a gymnast less talented than Kayla that's ever made the Olympics before.
Oh, that's made the Olympic team.
I think Grace clears Kayla to cello.
I think so too. Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think
But
Grace has better form.
Skinner,
poquito.
listen, Skinner could at least do a chain and an Ammonine.
Yeah.
Kayla can't even do that. So, like I said, you can't even say she better than Skinner because I'd rather take Skinner, who can at least bring home an individual medal on vault over Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, name a gymnast less talented than Kayla that's made the Olympics.
Can't. At
JC
least not
Phelps.
American.
Even still, JC Phelps went off in team finals, though.
Yeah, like she did what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we ain't gonna give
Yeah.
her too much.
Mm-hmm.
Ava, Grace cleared Kayla though. Grace clears Kayla to cello. Grace clears that whole on beam. Grace's DTY is better than Kayla's DTY.
I don't know if I agree with that because I think Kayla's vault is pretty decent.
But if Grace really goes off on her DTY,
I don't know. Kayla had two good vaults at nationals. I'll tell them those vaults were pretty good.
Grace don't have two good vaults too before, and Grace got better form in the air.
She do
So I
got
think
better form.
Kayla gets a better punch from the table though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Someone
thought
said Amanda Borden. Courtney McCool is way more talented than Grace. I think Courtney's overrated. But the way Courtney got leg form and shit, like, bitch, be so for real right now.
You know, Courtney had really, really good form.
That's like comparing Chung Fei to Tatiana.
Tatiana, oh my god. Oh yeah, Chung Fei Zombinar versus Tatiana Nabievas. True.
Like Kayla, only thing that Kayla can clear. Kayla clears a syllabus in the leaps on floor. Because her leaps on floor.
I think that's where she's better than Grace by a good bit. Floor.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I think
okay, but Grace
on floor. I think she's better than Grace on floor. I give her that.
Grace
But Courtney was over. I mean, Courtney McCool was so fucking overrated. Grishina didn't make the American team, and Grishina still clears Kayla to cello.
You know, Grishina was really talented. I just think she wasn't paced right or managed right.
Yes. Let me see Kayla to cello do a whip to triple to look like that.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's be so for real right now. Like, Kayla the cello bars is so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Grishina still had a nice bar setup.
She give me Ali Raisin with better handstands.
Ooh.
You see it though, don't y'all?
Yeah. No, Paseka was competing for Russia.
Don't want hella medals on vault.
Yeah.
No, bitch. Like, no. Like, there's no one on her level.
Yeah. Paseka was better on bars too.
Yeah.
Paseka had in bars.
Kidney's another one that's overrated. And Trinity, I know you used to like Kidney, but y'all had to acknowledge that she overrated.
I do think, especially this time around, the world does inflate her overratedness, but I don't think she does. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I agree with what Trinity said.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she
it's her fans in the world that overinflates her. I think she's actually
I think
fine.
as a gymnast, I would like to assume as a gymnast she's really humbled, and she does actually work hard, but I do feel like when we're thinking about Olympic all-around champions, her medal count isn't up there. Not even her national medal count is up there. So I do think that that's something when we're talking about arguing with medals. I do think that that's something that does put her under the underrated category. But I do feel like it's definitely more so the world that's making her out to be this great, super good gymnast. And like, I'm not saying she's not a good gymnast. She's definitely one of the better gymnasts of our time. But in the list of top 10, I don't think she's in top 10.
think so.
I thought she in the top 10.
Yeah, she in the top
She
10.
in the
I give
top
her
10
Maybe
because
that.
she is
towards
a
the
great
end,
bar
but like,
beam
all right,
worker,
let me.
and she
My
won an all
point
around
is,
medal.
she's not at the top of the top. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
Like when we're
I
talking
would
about
say so.
of the
I feel
best
like
gymnasts, of the
I think
best
the best
gymnasts.
gymnasts of our generation are Simone, Gabby, Rebecca, Komova, Mustafina, and those are the top 5 of our generation.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Uh, is it? Did I say 5?
Yeah. Yeah, you said 5, and I
Yeah.
think now we're like seeing Shilese really move into like
I would
that
say
top
Sunni
group.
is still above Shiley's because Sunni has that Olympic title
All
on
around
her.
medal, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
she got 3
Shilese.
Olympic
She
medals.
does. She does. She does.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
She
I
Sunni
does.
think
would
that.
come
We're gonna
after
give her
that.
that for right.
It
We're
would
gonna
be
give her that for right
Sunni.
now.
It'd be
Mhm.
Sunni, then Jelia, then Shiley's.
Okay, yeah, I could see that because you're looking
Okay.
at like the what they've done so far.
Jelia's a world champion. Jelia done won a bronze in all around at the World's
Yeah,
Olympics, and
Mhm.
Jelia has
yeah,
Yeah.
hella medals.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the one thing that's held Shilese back a little bit is she's been competing.
We forgot about Rebecca, y'all.
I said
He
Rebecca
said
from the
Rebecca. He
Yeah,
beginning.
we
said
said
Rebecca
Oh,
right
Rebecca.
my
after.
I
bad. I
said
Yeah,
missed that.
Simone,
Sorry. I'm
Gabby,
about to say,
Rebecca,
wait.
Aaliyah,
Rebecca.
and
Hmm.
Kamala.
Okay, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad. My
yeah,
bad.
that's fair. Yeah, but I think yeah, like I think Shilese like so far has been competing kind of at a disadvantage because she's had to compete like in 2022 when she didn't have all her difficulty up. She had to compete against Rebecca, who
Mhm.
had
Mhm.
way more difficulty than her. And then this year she was competing against Simone and Rebecca. And if Suni or Gelia had to do that, they would have gotten very different results too.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. They came up
But so
in
yeah,
like
so
the
we'll have to see
downtime.
like yeah, if Shilese like goes, I don't know if she'll go to 2025 Worlds. I mean, just with her shoulder bothering her, I think she might
Mhm.
not. I think she might at least take a year off.
What do you
If
think
she
Riri gonna
does, I
quit?
think she would be. I think she would be an all-around champion in 2025.
Yeah, but the thing
Shit.
is, she got to be ready for Jessica Galdrova's comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and if Jess shows
That's
up with a
true.
chung, yeah, if Jess shows up again
That's
with her
true.
2023 difficulty, which she might, like you said, I think Jessica Gadarova can get her chunk back. I
I
think she
don't
can
think
get her Moors
I
back.
don't think Shilese could beat Victoria Komova at her best. Alex Alvarez.
Yeah, I think not. Yeah, I think or Gabby because I mean Shilese is really good, but I think Gabby has
Like
like
I said, the one I said Simone, Gabby,
Mhm.
Rebecca, Komova, and Musafina.
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
5 greatest gymnasts of our generation.
I
Yeah, and
agree.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm not sure if Shilese could beat
Any of
Gabby or
those 5.
yeah
Like
at
even
their
now,
best. Yeah, her
like
best versus their best.
Javasio really thinks Shilese can beat Rebecca head on head, and it's like no.
Well, not both
No,
of them at their best.
Rebecca
No,
needs to
Rebecca
fuck
has to
up.
make a
Rebecca.
mistake. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
Which
think so
which
either.
she would have beat Rebecca if she didn't mess up on floor at Worlds
hmm
last
But
year. If she didn't stumble
even if
out of
she
it.
would have got her best floor score, would have been she would have nearly lost to Rebecca.
True.
Right, it would have been
Rebecca
close. It would
hit
have been close to
bars.
And
yeah.
Rebecca also fucked around on vault. Rebecca only scored a 14.7 on her chain in the
Right, that was her worst chunk of the competition. You're right. I forgot
Hmm.
about that. Yeah.
Rebecca lost 4 tenths on vault to Simone with the same
hmm
vault.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit
Mm,
about Rebecca that's just like, really? How you lose almost half a point on your best
yeah.
event to somebody? Like,
Yeah.
girl, like, man,
Granted, that was
man,
one
man,
of like the
man.
best. That was might have been the best chunk Simone's done since Rio.
Yeah, that's why
So like to be fair, but that was
Rebecca should
also
have turned
like
up though. Like Rebecca
yeah.
really, they was even yeah. They said Rebecca could have beat Simone if she would have really turned up in 2023. She
Yeah, if
could,
Simone made mistakes.
which she did
Simone
on
made a mistake
floor.
on floor too because she
Mm,
Her Rebecca's best scores would have beat Simone Biles' all around score in 2000.
that's true they would have, yeah. But
mhm.
Simone had a mistake on floor with her because she had the empty run on one of her jumps.
I don't think Rebecca can beat Simone now.
No.
Mm-mm.
I mean if she falls she can, but
If Rebecca, she even if, the thing is depends. If Simone falls on
Depends on what she
vault,
falls on.
it won't
true,
be
Right.
that's
enough
true.
because
Yeah.
Simone is a lot better on beam than not a lot, but a good bit better on beam than Rebecca,
Well, she has more difficulty, and I think
and way more consistent.
yeah, I think they're at their best execution. I think they could justifiably get about the same E score. But Simone does her best execution way more consistently than Rebecca does on beam.
Yeah.
The thing is, Charlize got a chance to be Rebecca with the way Rebecca done been fucking around on bars and beam this year.
Yeah.
If Rebecca really fucks around on like bars and beam, I think Charlize can definitely. Rebecca usually does fuck around on beam, so I think Charlize has that anyway. But at least in an all-around final. Yeah. But if she can get Rebecca to really start fucking around on bars, that means Charlize can net like a lot on her own bars.
Yeah.
Because if Rebecca only throws up like a 13-8 on bars, like a 14 Rebecca, Charlize gonna net like a point on her on that event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But if Rebecca hits bars, Charlize is doomed because Charlize is even going. She's just barely gonna net anything on her own bars. And that's
I think she could. I think she could net something on bars even with a hit because I think Charlize. I think Charlize will go over 15 with a hit on bars.
But you got to realize,
I think Rebecca's max is going to be like mid to high 14s.
I think
then
Rebecca
she'll be making up
really goes off. I think Rebecca get close to a 15 on bars, if not hit.
Maybe.
I think Rebecca max on bars is probably like a 14-8.
Rebecca got a 15-1 in Kitakushi.
In the qualifications. Yeah, I was remembering that. I don't think she's done a bar routine that clean since.
No.
Like with her form that perfect because of the handstand.
But I'm talking about Rebecca really start going off though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
True.
Like with Simone.
But we know Rebecca gonna mess up on one. I ain't trying to wish this on her, but she either gonna fuck around on beam or bars. She always either mess that skill up on bars every time, or she missed a connection on beam or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Charlize needs Rebecca to mess around on bars too. Yeah. Because I don't think the beam is, unless Charlize nets like a point on her own beam, it ain't gonna be because like
that could happen.
Even they score about the same on beam. Yeah.
They score like the same with a hit. But Rebecca, she usually gains like half a point on Rebecca on beam.
Yeah, didn't Rebecca get like a 13-1, 13-2 in team final last year? Like, and she didn't fall. She just was like pausing and wobbling on every skill.
Yeah. If she puts up a score like that, then Charlize can beat her in the all around.
Yeah, exactly. And if Charlize does like one of the good beam routines and gets like a 14-1, 14-2, then yeah, I think she could beat her.
But it's just like Rebecca gonna clear Charlize home ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because she played better on those. Yeah, that's just
like by a lot.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like that's the problem for Charlize. Like she can't net enough on bars and beams to make up the vault and floor.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but I think Axel, we're all predicting the same thing. It'll be Simone, Rebecca, and Charlize for the all-around.
The thing is, Rebecca really thinks she can beat Simone. And I guess she could, but it's just like Rebecca's never even hit 4 routines before.
No, right.
Without having some kind of
production. I do agree. If Rebecca really was to go off on 4 routines, I think that would get to Simone. Like, because Simone's never had someone that close to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Simone.
I think if they start off on vault, because Simone, I think it depends. She'll probably do the chung, right? And
I think Simone is gonna throw the Yurchenko double pike.
I think she's gonna throw the Yurchenko double pike too.
So with the Yurchenko double pike, Simone can't win. Ruby can't win if Simone hits.
Yeah, exactly. Even if
Simone falls on that, they still gonna give Simone like a 15 with a fall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she'll get she'll get a chung score with a fall on that. Yeah. No, because their biggest deduction on that is landing deductions, and if she falls, that's just 1 point.
Yeah, so it's just like,
but if she's normally losing like 3-4 tenths on that,
so it's like with that. Mama goes,
because like she takes a lunge back, then another small step, then
Simone,
so like it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad.
Only thing is I don't think Simone would get no 0 on that double pike. That's my greatest for that double pike, and that's why Marta would never allow her to do that.
No, I think she's been training not to get a 0. I think the way she fell on that pike, she has trained diligently how to fall on that.
Yeah. It's because I think she is striving to over rotate it a little bit. Because under rotating it is really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think that's why she usually steps back to like stop herself from falling on the over rotation. But she lands feet first, then goes back.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like and knowing
if she falls in a Yurchenko double pike, like Rebecca's not gonna net enough on that. Rebecca can clear Simone if Rebecca really starts going off on bars. She can clear Simone on bars by a lot, not by a lot, but like by a good. You know, what I'm saying, like a good margin. But I think Simone erases all that on beam, and Simone is better on like basically. Rebecca beat Simone by beating Simone on VAR a little bit, beating her on bars. Simone making it up on beam and Simone going out of bounds on floor, and Rebecca pulls out like a 10-2 lead on her. That's how Rebecca could beat Simone. But at all, Rebecca would have to hit 4 routines and need Simone to fall. She needs Simone to follow her Yurchenko double pipe or to beat Simone on her chain. And Rebecca needs to really turn up on bars too. That's how she could
That's a
beat Simone.
lot to ask for. That's a lot to
That is,
ask.
but that Simone don't even have to. Simone don't even have to fall for Rebecca to beat her though. If Rebecca really goes off, but I don't think it's likely.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. She has like Simone has one of the most consistent records of all time in terms of avoiding falls.
And Rebecca got one of the most. Rebecca don't fall, but she fuck around. Like she might as well fall.
Yeah, she fuck around.
Yeah. I mean, Simone sometimes has errors like that. You see them more frequently, at least, but her difficulty is so high, like it doesn't even matter.
Like Rebecca.
Actually, really, the only place Simone usually gets in trouble at all
I think
is
Rebecca
like
gonna
without
have
a bounce on the floor.
Rebecca,
yeah,
how Rebecca gonna have a 6'4" on floor? That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know where she can add that much because of her.
Yeah, but I said she outscored Rebecca because Rebecca was fucking around on her chain and all around.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, and if she does her best chung, I think that well, her best chung could definitely beat Simone's best chung, or they'd be really close. But
if she could just get like a 10th on Simone on VAR and gain like 5/10 on her on bars,
we could see what happens.
Then they go to beam. If they both hit beam, Simone has a. You know what I'm saying? Like Simone has a chance. I mean, Rebecca has a chance.
Yeah,
because Simone's not consistent on floor. So it's just like with that, if Rebecca really hits beam and floor, she could beat her. But that's if. That's like it's a lot of ifs and ifs.
Not even picking that.
And I don't think Rebecca can put. I haven't seen Rebecca hit 4 routines before. But I'm telling you, don't be surprised. I'm telling you, Rebecca can take Simone out. It's not
She
impossible.
wants to. She wants to. When she won that gold medal, I think that's the first time Simone somewhat was okay with Rebecca winning, a black person winning, let alone somebody else. I think she was okay with it because she knew she would have won if Laurent went on the podium with her. You know, so she was just like, okay, you won the best.
I think
of the
Rebecca
the difference was there. I think she knew that it was her fault she didn't win.
I think Rebecca.
It was her mistakes that cost her that.
Rebecca really humbled her on floor. That's why I think Simone really got humbled.
Rebecca was really close to home floor. Her and Jessica Gajarova. Her and Jessica. That's the crazy thing.
So just like that's when she was really like, oh shit, like
I'm kind of touchable.
Yeah.
That's why she had her triple double back.
Simone's floor. Rebecca could beat this. Like Simone, they gonna clear Simone with an artistry reductions for this floor routine.
Yeah,
I think it's worse than last year.
Yeah, last year was better.
Last year's floor routine.
Me too.
Last year's floor
I didn't like it. It was okay, but I didn't necessarily like it.
I loved it. I literally
the floor routines I liked Simone were 2015 and 2016.
Those are good floor routines too.
Those were her favorite. Yeah.
Those are her best. Yeah, those were really good floor routines. I agree. But I was feeling that. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I was feeling that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
That shit had me.
But yeah, it wasn't. I think it was the best style in terms of her choreography and her music and everything.
Yeah. Can you?
I liked. Yeah.
I don't know. It has my thing being red dots. Like I got really bad connection or something.
Yeah, it is going in and out just a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit of Optimus Prime, but not too bad.
Okay, it turned back to yellow, so it's getting better.
Yeah,
it's going up.
Yeah, you sound fine now.
Okay, I saw my shit turn red. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I like Shailesa's 20.
Even if Simone Biles falls in Yurchenko double pipe, though, Rebecca still has. The thing is, Rebecca really goes off. If Simone Biles if Simone Biles can beat her chain or falls in Yurchenko double pipe, Rebecca has a chance.
Yeah.
What you were saying about Charlize, Allie?
Oh, just that. Yeah, just I was agreeing with you and some other people that I like her. I like her 2023 floor better than this
Oh,
one.
that was
Yeah.
the best floor she ever did. Oh my
Hmm.
Mhm.
god.
Mhm.
What's
So
your
that
favorite?
shit had me in a chokehold too.
What's your favorite floor? That's one of my favorite floor routines ever.
Ever,
Mhm.
And then I like
ever.
Rebecca's from last year too.
Hers was
Oh, I
Okay,
love
so.
Rebecca's.
People on Twitter were saying Jordan basically copied Rebecca's floor.
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't
I
think
No,
don't
so. The
agree with that
dance was
because
different.
Oh
Jordan.
no, the
Jordan
dance
been
was
I,
different.
copying
Jordan
Beyonce
was not
music.
dancing how Rebecca was dancing. They would clear Jordan for artist
No, they're
reduction
only
too.
saying that because Jordan is now publicly stating that she's using Beyonce's music, but Jordan has been using Beyonce's music.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
That
Yeah,
being
I
used
said,
it.
don't. I
She
don't
used
think
it.
that's
Sasha,
copying. Yeah, I don't think that's copying either. They're
it's just
both
that it's
Beyonce
black woman
fans.
solidarity. The fuck?
But I want to say
Yeah.
that Rebecca's dancing a lot better than Jordan.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree. Rebecca
Jordan will
got that
score
real
better.
Brazilian
I still, Ali,
in her
I could
dance.
get a good 4 or 5 tenths off Jordan for artistry reductions for that routine.
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't just whatever they said. I don't know why she doesn't just go
I
back
hated
to the
Gabby's new floor
2020.
routine.
I don't know why she doesn't just go
I
back to
loved
the
it.
2022 choreography because that was her best and that was where she did the best in artistry reduction.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No,
agreed.
you said 2023?
22,
22.
22.
22, they was getting
I
her for 5 tenths, Ali.
no, but those were on
But
the
she still
dropped
scored.
scores. Those were on the
Yeah.
scores that they dropped. Most of the ones she counted had her at 2/10.
Hmm.
No, from what I saw, that she got 4. I saw 4, 5, 4, 3, 4. They was clearing her.
No,
It
no,
was
no. Yeah, no, no. In 2022, I think it was most people took 2 to 3 tenths, and there were two judges who took 5 tenths, but those scores got dropped.
from what I saw, no, Ali, because I looked at that sheet, because I posted it in the robbery video. They cleared that girl
Oh,
when it came to artistry deductions. It was like some of them are worse than
okay. Maybe
Jade.
I'm
Hello?
remembering. Maybe I'm remembering it
We hear
wrong.
you,
I
Trinity.
thought she
Yeah,
did
wait.
pretty fine.
Yeah, wait. Let me look it up. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm wrong because I remember.
I
Yeah.
hated Gabby's new floor routine. I hated that music. How you
I
feel
thought the
about?
music was fine.
I was like, really?
I kind of liked it. I don't know. I think it could. I think it could be. I think if she hits it, it'll look good. Like
Maybe.
obviously she had a lot of issues with it at classic, but I don't think that was so much the choreography. It's just she was it was just the errors.
That floor, I didn't. I was like, Sada. I hate Shiley's new floor.
I
I
hate it
never
too. I'm not
liked
gonna
Sky
lie.
Blakely's floor.
This floor is the better routine for her because last year floor wasn't doing it. I think she worked on
Mhm.
dancing this floor routine. It improved.
You know whose floor I like?
Who?
Jade.
Kayla Latilla.
I hate Jade. I hate Kayla's floor music.
I like Jade's floor music. I don't know. I think she's doing okay with it.
Yeah.
I think this is about as good as she can do. Because, like I said, I don't think this stuff comes naturally to Jade. I think she's really, really had to work with it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
that's just
this is
and
our
that's
team
just like
lineup.
that's just like Jade is not. I don't think Jade is naturally gifted at dance or artistry,
Mhm.
but she's trying. I think she's. I can see she's getting better. I don't think. I don't think it's ever going to look as natural to her as or like come as naturally to her as it does for some of the
Yeah.
other gymnasts.
Tiana go off too. Tiana, she
Oh, Tiana.
Oh, I love
Tiana's
Tiana's
floor is
floor.
everything.
Yeah, I think Tiana has a ton of potential on floor and beam. Well, her floor
Kayla's
already
floor.
looks good. Her beam can look
Kayla's
really
floor
good.
music, I can't.
Oh yeah, Kayla's floor music is terrible. It's so annoying.
And her little dance, she thinks she doing something, girl. Like, ugh.
Kayla eating the girls
Yeah.
up on floor, y'all.
Jade love her dramatic ass slow music. Like,
I think it's kind of. I think that I don't know. Her posing is getting more dramatic, so that's something.
yeah, but Jade, I like this
Mhm.
one though. Her new floor, I like it.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I hate Simone Biles' new floor though.
Oh yeah, her and Charlize just really did it for me. Cause last year I was so impressed. Charlize did say she was off on her music at classic, so
Mhm.
maybe that had something to do with it. But I still don't like this floor. I
I
mean,
don't
she'll
like the
do
sound of
well.
it.
Me either. Can
Yeah,
somebody tell her
her
to go back
music
to
last
last
year
year?
was nicer. Yeah, her
Yeah.
music last year I liked a
And it's the
lot.
way you could feel like that music is
Yes.
beautiful.
You can feel every
Yes.
movement, every
You
pulse.
know who had one of the best musics ever?
Who?
Jillian in 2018.
Oh yeah.
Her other ones were okay, but 2018, Jillian ate that.
Jill
Mm.
doing who's she doing
Lady
now? Ain't she doing
Gaga.
like Lady Gaga now?
Yeah, she's doing. Yeah,
Damn.
she's got Lady Gaga in there. I kind of like, which I like.
What do y'all think Julia would fall now if she was competing? Would she still be in the top rotation all around?
Yes, easily.
I think she would still be in the top rotation. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I also think like that she would be training differently if she knew she could compete.
I think if
Mm,
Jillian and Listy were up to par, they could go toe to toe with Shiley's.
Yeah.
mm.
I don't think they could beat Rebecca, but I think they could go toe to toe with Shiley's.
Yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
think in 2022,
They
Listy
would
had
have.
the difficulty. She had the difficulty to compete with Rebecca, but I don't. But I don't think she was super comfortable with all that difficulty, just from what I
Uh,
saw from her national competition. So I still think Rebecca would have ended up beating her because she would have fallen or something.
2022 was when Russia was really like, I don't know if Russia would have went off because like people were saying if Russia would have competed on 22, they would have cleared America. But it's like they had Lana was good on beam, but she had started regressing everywhere else. And they didn't have
Yeah,
no vault and
exactly.
floor. So it was just
Yeah, and they
like
mm.
really needed. Yeah,
they needed Lilia a kind of a like.
yeah, and Lilia retired after Tokyo.
So it's just like with that, Lilia don't have a baby and everything now, I think.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do her Rudy again.
Yeah, so it's just like they bought in Florida. Like, what do you think would have happened if it was America 2022 versus Russia 2022?
Russia would have won that Worlds, hands down.
I don't because the thing is
Well,
2022,
no, well, you just said they ain't got no votes. They would
Russia
only had
2022 was actually a good team. Like for the circles,
it was.
they had Jade on vaulting floor, they had Jordan and Charlize in the all around, they had Skies, Beam, Leanne, who could be put up anywhere. Like they had depth on a team.
Yeah, that's why I respect that team so much. And because they really show that we can do this without Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and they weren't
we
able to
don't
take Connor because she hurt her back.
They had, but also they would have had
right.
Connor. That would have helped even more. So it's just like
Yeah,
it would have been really close. But America had the deafness.
yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about Lexi Zeiss on Twitter
Her
and saying
downfall.
Oh, she
about
retired. Lexi retired.
Do you
she
remember
going
when?
to LSU. Hmm.
So did Addison Feta. You know what's sad?
Oh, I'm
What?
mad Madre didn't
You
make
know
it to
what's sad?
trials, y'all.
Addison Feta made the Olympic trials the first time. They didn't make it the second.
Yeah, that is sad.
Oh, but I mean, it makes sense though. Like she
And she
doesn't have
was
a
real
chance.
gassed up the second time too.
She was gassed up this time
Yeah.
around. But I feel like she should I don't know. Out of everybody who didn't make it, I feel like Madre should have made it.
I
Because
think it should have
y'all
been Jayla Hang.
Oh yeah.
Jayla
Wait, they
Hain
didn't
fucked
take
around day
Jayla?
two.
Jayla
Bad. She
Hang
fucked
fucked
around.
around classics
She
and
got one
nationals.
into yeah, Jayla Hain fucked around. No,
True.
Madre deserved that spot. Don't y'all
But
beat
I'm
her
just
by
talking
like
about
a
Jayla
20.
Hain gives me the future. Like, but the
Well,
thing is,
Yeah.
not good enough. She wasn't standing on business at Classic or Nationals.
Now I understand, but I'm hoping next year she like shows more maturity and consistency. Because I remember Trinity was saw like when we were talking about some of her floor routines, Trinity was saying like, "Oh yeah, it looked like she just needed to mature a little bit,
Hmm.
so she can like have a good competition minds, like have the mental endurance."
you know what I thought
Hmm.
I went when they said that about Lexi Zeiss, Ali, and Chico?
Oh God.
Do you remember when Javasio said what he said about Tomato when he said, but how much of a downfall can you really have? You never really even rose in the first place.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
because Lexi, okay, people were down. So somebody was defending her. Was like, y'all trying to down her accomplishment. She got a gold medal at Worlds. She got a gold medal. Lexi was only
As
taken
an
to Worlds,
alternate.
but it wasn't no one else to take. It was Nola and Addison. Who the hell else was you gonna take? It was only
Yeah,
8
like
girls competing for that Worlds in
I'm
2022.
glad. Imagine having to use Lexi in qualification.
Like, what the fuck was she going? She was
You know
the
what
better
pissed me
between.
off? People are like, why did Nola should
No.
have made it because of her floor? Nola's floor sucks.
Nola don't even have no difficulty on floor. She just got
yeah.
artistry. Artistry don't
Yeah.
make up for difficulty. It doesn't.
It
Like,
doesn't, yeah.
Thor at least got a triple twist the front tuck. That's like equivalent to a G.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
like I
Don't
said,
act. Don't she open up with like a full in or a double tuck or something?
Yeah,
she
yeah, she
opened up
does.
with a full in. She opened up with a
Mhm.
full in that's got hella deductions. But anywho, um but Madre went off on Beam. Like I feel like she need to keep going because she got a promising future on Beam at
Mhm.
least. I don't know about anything else. She's okay, but
Yeah.
she really should have went off. She let Jayla Hayne beat her, and I ain't like that.
You know who went
And
off?
You.
who?
Hesley Rivera.
Oh
She
yeah,
did, yeah. I'm really hoping that Hesley is still in good shape next year because she's with Valeri, so that's a scary thought.
that's the
And
problem.
and Claire Pease too. I hope Claire Pease sticks
Yeah,
around and
Claire
doesn't
Pease
get
went
broken.
off too.
Yeah, like she's been doing really well as a junior this year, and she's been beating some of the senior scores. And so there
Yeah.
are a lot of places where like she could upgrade. So hopefully she's being paced okay.
Yeah, that bars, they can use that bars in 2026.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, and there are places I was looking like I could see like, oh yeah, she could like upgrade, like she could add in another. Because I think at this point in her bar routine, she's still counting a B skill.
Mm-hmm.
She's basically doing the Russian bar routine
Mm-hmm.
that they all kind of do, but she's
They
just
literally
she's
all
just
do the same routine. You're 100
yeah,
percent
like
right.
it's all
Except
this. It's all
Listy.
like yeah, Lissy does something different. Yeah, the only difference is that Claire instead of doing the orphan half turn, she dismounts with a she does a double front half out dismount.
The problem with Jelia, Listy, and Vlada, they just all do something that's just nasty.
Y'all, I just got to this place because I'm gonna meet my brother-in-law to eat
Mhm.
and drink. But
Okay.
Son just got here, so I'm gonna have to let y'all go.
Yeah, we finna
Okay.
get
Yeah,
off
I should.
soon. We finna get off soon anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does Velada do on bars that you don't like?
Vlada clear on bars.
Yeah, bars is she's the
It's
best one on
Vlada's
bars.
it's Vlada's DTY and Vlada's floor for me.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The GTY did not look never really looked good.
It looked better than Sunni's though. I said what I said.
That's true. Yeah, even though she landed with her ankles crossed,
It's
but
just
she did do that. Which
Listy's full in off bars.
yeah, like I don't understand how she was doing a Fabrichnova
Her
and now her
run,
full in sucks. What
her
is I don't
run,
get that at all.
her run and her DTY is nasty. Her double gets no height on floor.
Hmm.
Her squat on her Arabian double pike with the legs apart on landing. Just
Oh yeah.
her beam. It's a lot of shit on her beam. It's just like, but her beam is okay. I say. Jelia's DTY also looks weird.
It does. Yeah, at least she gets some height and distance on it though.
Her crook feet on her full end. Her nasty ass pipe Jaeger. Did she smack
Mm.
her arms and when she comes down? You know,
Yeah.
her orphan, her awkward pauses on her in bars. Like it's
Yeah.
Jelia. Her two
Yeah,
so
that's
is
one thing I
nasty.
don't like about the Russian bar routine is they all have that orphan turn in there and it just looks so awkward.
Jelia's Jelia's trousseau is nasty.
It is, yeah.
Her double layout got hella bent knees.
And leg separation.
Yeah, well, I don't think she got, but I just know like it's the man. Her double layout, she cleared double pike.
She does, yeah.
That nasty ass front full twist she used to have.
Yeah, that was weird. It was like that was the only front pass she could do, and she was just like, "Yep, she's gonna do it on its own."
The ring jump half is nasty.
Yeah, most people's are though, except Flavia's. Flavia's looks nice, but that's because it's Flavia.
Flavia got a lot of shit. Them back handsprings, the double
I know.
twist, Yashenko.
Mhm.
Her handstands on ball.
Yeah.
That round off layout on beam, her double pipe,
Hmm.
her no connections. Like Flavia don't do one connection.
I know.
So Flavia got a lot of shit too. That's like,
Hmm.
y'all did not expect Hesley to go off like that.
I'm happy she did. I hope that that's a good sign for next year.
I don't think she can make the team now.
Oh, not this year, no. Yeah, next year we're gonna have to. Next year it's gonna depend on who sticks around and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's hope, even if they have to send a lot of new people, because there are a lot of girls who've gotten like who've had some good competitions this year,
Yeah.
and like
They,
have some standout events.
Marta would really be trying to push Jayla Hang right now.
Oh yeah,
Trying to rest Claire Peace. Those are the two I
yeah,
see right now. Like you said, those two.
yeah. I'm hoping like we'll see some stuff like from Hesley Rivera.
She would be
But I
trying
think,
to keep Sky and Shilese around.
yeah, she
But
would.
more so Sky. I think Sky will stick around, hopefully.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Sky, like, because Sky's still young. I'm hoping that Sky gets consistent like Shilese has.
Mm-hmm.
I think the disadvantage for Sky has been when Shilese was having inconsistencies, they just weren't putting her on teams.
Yeah.
Whereas Sky has made teams because they needed her, even though she was inconsistent. And that's made her look, and I think that has really hurt her reputation.
I
So
don't
I'm
see where
hoping.
Hesley. The thing is, Hesley and Tiana still ain't nowhere near enough to make the Olympics as of now. Even in
Yeah,
2020.
I would say she doesn't now, but if Larry can somehow keep her together for the future, I think she could be really good.
Gabby is another one. Like,
Yeah, if Connor comes back,
Connor and Gabby, that helps a lot too.
yeah, that does. Yeah, and I think Tiana, like I said, I think Tiana is good on every event except her bars.
Mm-hmm. Her bars is trash.
It is. Oh my god, it is. But yeah, but no, like her best beams are really good, and they're going to score well. Her floor is good, and her vault is and her D2I is decent.
Who else do you think will? Do you think that bent knees will stick around?
I think if she gets made an alternate twice, that might be it for. I don't know if she's going to be like, look, I got my world all around medal in Kita Kyushu. I'm good. This is the most.
She should be the Austin again, but I think if they take on a team, you think she'll? I think
yeah. Oh no, I don't think she will. I think that'll be like, yeah, she's done like the last thing she wanted to do.
She should not make this team though.
No, she shouldn't. But they seem to want that to happen. So
I
we'll
think
see.
Kidney is done.
Yeah, I know. I think unless the only way she'll do it is she might do like some competitions because she seems to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's gonna like seriously try for a team unless like it happens to work out for her.
Who else I think is done? Simone, you think the thing is what not with Simone, Rebecca, how long is Rebecca gonna really stick around?
That's true, because I think she would like to, but she's accomplished a lot in the last quad, like from Tokyo on until now, and I don't know if she wants to risk another knee injury.
Like
I think obviously a lot. Yeah, I think obviously a lot of them, like these gymnasts, are really competitive, and they seem to love the sport. So I think that's why some of them keep going if they're able to. But we'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Sunni kept trying to do gymnastics in some capacity, but I don't know if she's gonna like push herself to try and make another team.
The Brazilians love stamp ever. You talking about Diane Dos Santos and who else they've ever had a Barbosa and Diane Hypolito. Diane Hypolito was going on like 40.
Yeah.
But look,
that's true though. Like she might stick around because Brazil needs her, and she's like, yeah, I can still win a.
But look at how they Barbosa don't regress a lot.
Oh, she has, yeah, because she was the one who was like only one who was winning medals for Brazil after Diana Dos Santos.
Yeah, if Brazil had how they
like 2007, Jaji,
they would be clearing people, bitch.
They would, yeah, between Rebecca and Flavia when she's consistent. Oh my god.
And with Hadi at her best with that Chang and that Aminar.
I know, yeah.
They be getting ready to serve America.
Yeah.
The problem is Julia though, like Julie.
She's good, but she needs to be consistent.
She's not good, Allie.
She's okay. She's okay. She's decent on beam and floor when she.
Yes, but she don't got no difficulty.
No, that's true, and it sucks for Brazil.
And then
Lorani gonna take.
Lorani not holding her weight on bars.
I know. Oh, they need somebody else to do bars.
Because Lorani, I would need you to start with a not be able to pack or something, girl. If you're gonna be a bar specialist.
I mean, it's like Brazil only has like
6
Rebecca is the
gymnasts.
only one who's really good on bars, and like they're relying on Flavia, who's got like decent execution apart from some of her handstands, but not a lot of difficulty. But they're still like, okay, she can put up like a 13-6, 13-7.
Yeah. You think they're gonna have to use Rebecca and Flavio every event this year?
Yeah.
Do you think there's not a chance they can rest Flavia on floor and put up Julia and
Oh, they might do that. Yeah, they might rest her on floor.
You think
that's all
there's a chance Julia can get a DTY?
I have no idea. I don't know what she's been training.
Like,
if she did and it was better than Flavia's, that would be really great, but that's an if.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously they're putting up Flavia's DTY. It's like they only have her and Jaji's.
Yeah, they don't have no depth.
Yeah. And Jaji's is pretty decent. Sometimes she gives a lot away at landing though.
Yeah.
Jaji's still a decent vaulter, but she's definitely not on that stage.
Lights out in team finals. That's when Brazil can really start clearing people live.
Oh yeah, which is like, I mean, last year they did really good in team finals. Like almost everything went the way it was supposed to, except Julia falling on beam and Rebecca having a bad beam. But Flavia
they went off on Florida.
They did in vault. Yeah, everyone did what they needed to do on vault.
What about bars?
Bars is going to be the problem. Like I don't think there's anybody they have who's suddenly going to come in and be amazing on bars.
Yeah, like, and the thing
but even if Lorani had like a Jessica Gadarova glow up on bars, which is not just saying a lot, but that would help.
But the thing is, that's their beam. They can really get cleared they can get clear on bars. But the thing is, they gonna clear everyone on vault and floor. Even Italy. Italy can't do nothing with Brazil on vault, especially floor.
Yeah, because they have Rebecca on floor, and I think Flavia, Jaji, and Julia all could do about the same thing that Italy's floor workers could do
at their max.
Yeah, exactly. Like if Manila does a floor routine like what she was doing at Euros, that would really help them. But Alice is kind of uneven on floor. I mean, she's fine, but we'll have to see who they get. If Vanessa Ferrari can come back. I swear I heard someone saying she was training a DTY with better form and she was showing a lot of difficulty on floor. But I don't remember. It was like a tweet that got shared around.
I believe it when I see it.
Exactly.
I think Pinto gonna keep being a Pinto. Very much so. Like Vanessa Toyota she's so overrated. Like she gonna bring the same shit. She always bring a nasty ass DTY with a bum ass. A nasty bars and some low land is on floor. Like in that nasty ass Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's
Georgia Vila gets her all around program back. That would help. Yeah, I think right now
Florida. Vila floor wasn't floor. So I saw that floor. I was like, sorry.
Oh wait, who's floor?
Vila.
Oh yeah.
China. I don't think China. The thing is for China, I think China's overrated on beam. I think they're gonna throw them girls up some 7-8. Remember they threw it. They're gonna throw them girls up some 8 scores on beam, if that.
No, they probably are. Yeah, like I think Jo Yachin's the only one who will break 8.
And I don't think she's gonna get all them connections either.
No, probably not.
And the thing is, like China, like even still, they're better on vault and floor, but they're still relying a lot on bars and beam.
Yeah.
And they're not consistent on bars and beam. They're not. So it's
No.
just like if they count a fall on bars of beam, that's already really hurting them because they're not gonna gain anything on vault and floor.
Hmm.
They're not gonna be getting killed by like 7 points on vault and floor like they were last year.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
still gonna be like a good. They still gonna surrender a good 5 points or so on vault and floor.
Yeah, exactly. I know with what it looks like the team they're gonna try and take. So not surprisingly, Chuchi Yuan and Jo Yachin are on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They selected that at the I think it was the Chinese National Championships. Because I think they set it up so like if you had won medals in 2022 or 2023 and you like got a certain placement at nationals, they would put you on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So they obviously got put on the team because I think they were like 1 and 3 at nationals or something, and they won medals at worlds, which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense as a strategy. That way, they're not gonna pace themselves badly trying to like qualify. Then I think the next ones were like OU Shen, Dusu
Oh,
Yi, who had a DTY and has a decently difficult bar routine.
when did OU Sean get a DTY?
Oh no, not OU Shan. The other one, Dusu Yi.
I'm like, this
She's
is
a
news.
yeah, yeah. She's a different Then there's Zhang Yehan. He's the one who got the clear Hypnabi Ava named after her this year, and she did I think a double twisting Sukahara.
They double twisting Sukahara's is nasty.
It was, but like it's
It's still a
still
decent
gonna
vault, yeah.
score. Yeah, no. It's still a decent vault score. Like, so that's why I said like if they take the two of them and apparently Jo Yachin's been training at DTY. She didn't show it.
They better not
So
try to break. If they break Joe team, bitch, like that's the only one that's consistent.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's like they don't need to. They can't push her too hard because they need her vault. They know they need her floor and beam.
Yeah, she
They
didn't
really,
anchor on
really
vault.
need
She didn't
those.
anchor
Those are
on
going to
beam
be
and
their
floor.
best scores.
Yeah, yeah. We gonna see with China.
I mean, they could get silver. They're totally capable of doing that. It's just going to depend on what they bring, what they actually do on the day
The
of
thing is, if
competition.
Rebecca and Flavia really start going off on like if Rebecca really goes off on
Mm-hmm.
floor, that's like that's what I'm talking about. A 14-7 from Rebecca,
Mm-hmm.
14 from Flavia, 13-8 from Brazil. Like that's clearing China on floor.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think the thing is, even if China counts a fall on bars, they're still going to beat Brazil by a lot there. Beam, I think they should still beat Brazil.
Yeah,
That
but
seems
I
like
don't.
that's going to
To
be
be
more
honest, it
likely.
depends. If
It
Flavia Rebecca
does.
really hit,
Yeah, you don't know. They could end up matching them or even beating them if China counts a fall.
so it's just you don't know with China. Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. Like their best beam routines, if they all hit and they all get credit for the difficulty they're attempting, or like even close to it, they'll be fine.
But the
But the
thing
thing is
is,
going to be what happens when they get to vault and floor, and
they
Brazil
have to
will beat
trust
them on vault.
Augustin too.
I know.
You're gonna have to take Augustin again.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know if they're going to take her. We'll see what happens. We will
Because we
see.
know she don't stand up business.
Yeah.
So like, well, oh, like, girl, we don't see you at the Olympics. We see you at 2 world championships. Augustin was trying to carry China to 22.
Yeah, she was. She
It
was.
was
I know
Casey
she.
Jean that was holding them back.
I know. God, like she regressed so badly. Like they were saying like she had like all. It looked like she had all these leg injuries, which you could tell watching her
Casey
do
Jean was
beam. But
really fucking around in 2000.
oh, she was. Yeah, no, she was not.
Three
She was
falls
not.
in team finals, like dead.
Oh
What's
my
it
God,
for?
that was
Because
such
she
a
fell
sad.
3 times on beam.
I know, which was that was so sad.
Then that fall on bars. I'm like, damn.
Oh, and she like landed her pike Jaeger on top of the bar.
I was like, dang.
That was so bad. Mm.
Yeah, Flavia gonna do all events in team finals.
Yeah, I think that's most likely. Like maybe they'll rest her on floor if Jaji Barbosa and Julia Suarez are really going off, but I don't
think so.
Yeah, I think I think they're gonna put Flavia
They
up.
need Julia to hit beam and floor.
They do, yeah.
They need Heidi to do the best DTY of her life.
Yeah.
Because we know Flavia DTY gonna be trash.
Exactly.
And then the bars not as bad as you think. Like, it's just Lorani. Lorani the one who really suck on bars, but Flavia and Rebecca not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi
Yeah.
Heidi contributes on vault. She got a good DTY and they can use her floor.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not like they have a ton of depth. That's why
They
they're
don't.
relying.
The one that don't contribute nothing is Lorani.
She gets better. She can get the third best bars score.
But it's like, damn, if you getting taken for a 13.
She got like a 13.6 or something at one of the World Cups. I don't know if that score will be the same. She looked a little better on bars to me, so maybe
Mama need to have to upgrade.
I know, but she needs more if she's being taken only for bars.
Yes. I ain't saying she gotta be Shilese, but she need to at least be Sky. Like, damn.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, but again, like they have to take her because everybody else except Flavia and Rebecca are worse. Yeah, bars is a huge problem for Brazil.
yeah.
Like I would say bars for Brazil is at least as bad as vault for China, possibly worse.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Because Rebecca and Flavia aren't bad on bars.
That's true,
China
I guess. Yeah.
suck on vault. Like, as a
That's
nation.
true. That's true.
Like, ain't nobody nowhere near as good on vault as even Flavia is on bars.
That's true, actually.
Did China even counter score higher than Flavia's bars last year on vault?
Oh, I don't know. They did not. Well, they only put up like full twisting Sukaharas and full twisting Yuchenkos.
There's hella pipe.
Yeah, well, that's why I said like, who cares if the double twisting Sukahara form is even that good? It's not like they're like doing. It's not like they're doing super clean full twisting Yuchenkos and full twisting Sukaharas.
You know, you shine clear full twisting Yuchenko.
I know.
They be giving OU some low ass scores. They don't fuck with OU.
They don't. Yeah, like hers are. Yeah, like I was saying, like her foot's doing Yuchenko's okay.
She don't have no difficulty on bar. She regressed hella on beam. Like, oh, bruh, fuck out my face with that hoe right there. Like, when she got her triple twist downgraded and fell on her 2.5.
I was like, oh my god. I like you said, I don't think they should have downgraded that triple twist, but they did. So
and for you to fall in 2.5, you can't even count it anyway. Like, man.
I know.
I know she pissed them hoes off last year.
Oh, she probably did, because they could have won without. They would have won a medal without that.
Because they actually hit.
They did, like everything else. Yeah, like they were doing good. And that's like,
she did that right before they had to go to vault, their weakest rotation.
I know.
One thing on vault with Brazil too, it was just clearing them.
I know, right? Like, yeah, everyone got up and like did good. From Brazil, everyone went up and was just like they hit all their vaults, which were so much more difficult.
Yeah.
After having like the best floor rotation they've ever had.
USA better
after beating the US on floor.
USA better go off this year.
They better. Well, that's why I said like they really should bring Jade.
But if they bring Bentley,
but man, yeah, everyone was. People are speculating Reddit like, oh, I bet the international judges said something to them about Jade's floor, and it's like, okay, but the international judges still like were giving her 14s,
right?
Like she did the worst floor routine of her life, and they initially gave her a 13.866 and only got downgraded to a 13.766
because she put in an inquiry.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Never inquire unless you're really sure they're wrong.
Talking about Chinese chunk at this point, they just need Yangi Lin.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. No, her DTY is better than any of theirs.
Gave me shit. Bring Jiang Yuan back.
Yeah.
For
No,
real.
bring anyone from that. Bring anyone from the Beijing team back.
They need Tacy Jinga her best. Remember Yao Ji Yang
Yeah. Oh, they could.
2011?
Yeah, if they could bring back 2019 Tang Jing or 2011 Yao Jinan,
Mm-hmm. They could
that would be
drop you
totally
sound like a bad habit.
They could, yeah. I don't know. Even like 2013 or 2014 Yao Jinan with her bars.
They're gonna give Kayla no 13-6 on her DT. I think Kayla will break.
Yeah, she got like a 14-1, I think.
But they're gonna clear the cello on beam.
Beams where they're gonna be. Yeah, beams where they're gonna be shocked.
And it's like they should have known. Like,
well, yeah, because like look at the scores she was getting at like Worlds and the Pan American Games.
It's like Kayla. They have an idea that Kayla, because it's like they won't even probably use Kayla on beam and qualifications.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I don't know why they would.
So like, why would the fuck would they take Kayla though? For what?
Back up all around her? I don't know. Or because they think it's fair because of the scores she's been getting.
Child, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm not. I have no patience for this.
Someone said beam and bar Kayla gonna have to share her unit, her leotard.
Well, the thing that bothers me is the domestic scoring for everybody is all over the place.
Yeah.
Like some of them are getting judged like as strictly as they would internationally or even
worse.
more or worse. Yeah, and some of the other ones are like they're being scored like they're Italian.
Yeah, they be giving them Italians some ridiculous scores.
They do no, but they're like some of those like so yeah, it's like there's no consistency.
And I saw people trying to compare Kayla to Listy, but Listy clear Kayla.
Oh my god, what?
Like Kayla, it's so many gymnasts. I think Manila would clear Kayla.
She should.
Manila Esposito, like
yeah, she should.
Alicia D'Amadio could clear Kayla. Like it's so many gymnasts could clear Kayla.
Yeah, like I don't think like I was thinking about like if you put Kayla on different teams, would they take her or not? I think China would take her for like the vault.
Course, for vault and floor.
Yeah, Brazil they would take her for actually they would take her for vault and floor. Brazil would take her for bars.
Yeah, and shit. Her beam
they would take her for vault, bars.
Her beam
and
is trash. Use her consistent. They could use that DTY. They could use her floor. Brazil.
Yeah, no. If Kayla were Brazilian, Brazil would be great. So Brazil would be great.
Yeah, they could use her all around.
Yeah,
GB would take her.
Oh, at this rate, yeah.
France would take her. Everyone would take her except for America for the most part.
Even Italy, they could still use the DTY in the floor score.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. I think Italy would like need her the least, but yeah, but that's the thing. Italy like the US still has like even with all these issues. I don't know. Yeah, I think Italy might be the one that would need her the least, just because they do actually have. Like I said, I think it's still use the DTY with Asia D'Amato being hurt again.
Alice Castillo don't clear Kayla. I was wrong when I said that.
Yeah,
that is true. Sky and Benizio have the same consistency issue.
Mm-hmm.
At least Sky gives you potential difficulty exactly.
Yeah.
Like I know if Sky fall on beam, I'm gonna get the same score as Kayla with the best routine of her life anyway.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Like
Samantha Pesci stood up for Jade.
Yeah, she did.
Samantha Pesci was like, they score mama's hella low.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, compared to everybody else, they are, yeah. Like, you could argue that's possible. Those are possibly the scores she'd have gotten for those specific routines internationally, but nobody else is getting...
I think she would have still been knocking on the door for a 14 internationally, even with that.
Yeah, I think so. I think they could have scored. She might have even scored higher internationally. So, yeah, I don't get it.
My fear is I think Jade might bring her in, and it's just going to score like a 14-4.
I would be so mad if they did that. Oh my god.
That's the thing is like if Jade bring one, they're just gonna take more in that execution. Like that's the problem for Jade. It's like, well, I don't know how. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
what are they gonna score her at Olympic trials?
Who knows? Yeah, but I got a feeling they just don't want to take her, and they're giving her low scores to, excuse that. And like, if they were judging everybody else like equally with as much strictness, I wouldn't mind because then it would be fair at least. But they're not.
Like, give
I
Jade
mean,
the
like I said,
14.
I don't like domestic over scoring because I think it's really unhelpful to the gymnasts.
What would y'all score? I would score Kayla a 14-1 on ball, a 14-1 on bars, 14-1 on bars. I score Kayla a 12-9 on beam. And I score her.
I think very low 13s on beam at best.
I would score her. I score her 13-8 to 14 on floor.
Yeah. But yeah, Alicia, Chelsea is not on the selection committee.
Why would Sacramento like bent knees, dog?
Yeah.
They're not see all them damn bent knees. Like, everyone can see.
Yeah.
But the way I'm a yell when them scores come up in qualifications, they do take her.
Oh yeah, because they're in for a rude awakening there.
We was telling them with hella Jenners, like, they're gonna score them bad. And they did.
Mhm.
I'm not coming for Jordan, but they did that with Jordan Childs in 2021. And Jordan's another one. Jordan's better than Kayla, but Jordan got a max. I think
Yeah.
that it would be hard for Jordan to break 56 in the all around.
Yeah. Yeah, with the difficulty in the routine she has, I agree.
Like, these judges don't play.
Mm-mm.
Leanne, I think it'd be hard for Leanne to break 56 in the all around.
I agree. I think it would be. Yeah.
I think it would clear Kayla though internationally.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I think that beam routine, I would give it like a 12-8, 12-9.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give Sunni on floor?
Not a 13. I'll go lower than
We
that.
was arguing with Jabasio about that because Jabasio, he's so generous on floor. Like, Allie, a 13 hard to come by on floor now. Like,
it is, yeah.
And I don't think Sunni's floor good enough.
Well, you did make a good point about the way they're scoring her versus Emma Malabuyo. So yeah, that's a good point.
A 12-7 at best is ruthless. I don't think it's that low.
Yeah.
I think she could, but I don't think it at best. At best, it's ruthless. That's a realistic score for her, but I think that a 13-3 at best. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think that's probably her max. Yeah.
They're gonna be, if they did use City for that 12-4 came. Yeah, 12-8. That's about right.
Yeah,
Scott
I mean,
Blakely a 13-2.
Yeah.
13-1. I think that if Scott Blakely went off, they could give her like a 13-5.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Cause that double tuck is nasty. The pot comparator to stag jump is not a connection. Them leaps not leaping. The truth of eating the hella uncontrolled.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but Scott Blakely, it's a lot of deductions. We already know Sunni deductions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sunni double L and triple L. Man, I feel like ASAC had something against Jade when she put Joss over her to team.
She might. I don't know. Yeah, they might still be mad at her for getting the World Cup spot. I don't know.
I said that Sunni's boss scored the same as Gabby. That's dead wrong.
That is, yeah.
But anyway, me and Allie, we don't really got that much more to talk about.
Yeah, so I think it's about time for us to, sign off.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for liking, for liking and tuning in, commenting, and even a few to send me some super chats. Make sure to have a nice day, you guys. Goodbye.